Time now for the Coca-Cola pregame show.
And we're live at Triton High School. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee as we get ready for a contest between Bremen and Triton. Over the years, it's become kind of a bit of a rivalry just down the road. A lot of these guys know each other. And I was talking to Andy Barker the other day. Our guys date some of their girls and the other way around. And, so there's a little bit of familiarity here. And, bragging rights is part of that. Are you right? Are you on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you could hear me for a second there. I'm looking at you, and you have that look in your eye like,
nope.
Where are we?
Great night for football, right? It's perfect weather, about 68 degrees, not much wind. Both teams are out there warming up, and I'm really looking forward to tonight.
I am as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our injury report. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download, with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Who's in, who's out? Here's the Hoosier Tire Injury Report.
Well, everybody appears to be in. It's early enough in the season. Not a lot of injuries to report here tonight, so trainers can take a little extra out of petty cash. Give yourself a little boost on that pay, doing your job. So nobody really to report is out. Teams are getting ready to go here in just a moment. We're going to take one more short break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk to the head coaches in this contest, Andy Barker and Justin Begonia, coming up right after this.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana, is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour, with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Coach's Corner brought to you by Marion's University and Silla College.
Andy Barker joins us, the head coach of the Triton Trojans. Let's talk a little bit about last week. I mean, it's not the way you wanted to start the year, but I imagine you figured some things out as the game went on and have had a good week of practice this week.
Yeah, you're always talking to the boys about attention to detail, and there were a lot of external factors last week that we couldn't control, but there were several internal that we needed to do better on, and so that's really been the focus of this week. Like, know your assignment, execute your job, and do it to the best of your ability.
I gotta feel like too. I mean, a lot of times you're in preseason. You're saying, well, is this guy in the right space? Are we giving him Are we putting him in the right position? Does this guy need to be here? Or this guy need to? Did you kind of work some of those things out to get ready for this week?
Yeah, I mean, when you start talking 1A football, it's different than the other places I've been. You've got guys that probably should be running backs are now guards, yeah. and so we're adjusting to that mid-flight, and the kids are responding very well to that. So, yeah.
Talk about how you feel about, I mean, you've had a chance to digest it now. How do you feel about what you saw? What did you do best?
Well, they kept getting back up, and you always appreciate that. They ran out of gas, I would say, about mid-third quarter, and so naturally our conditioning has picked up quite a bit. But yeah, the fight was there. The intensity, the willingness to learn is there. It's just trying to bring them up to speed on being really fundamental.
I got to believe that you saw some things that were coaching points this week. I mean, let's go over a few of those.
Yeah, I know. Really the big one was execution, both offensively and defensively. Knowing your assignment, knowing your alignment, and then being able to play fast football. And if you're in your own head and you're thinking too much, naturally you're not going to be as fast and as violent as the game requires. And so for us this week, it's really been drilling down on knowing what your job is and then executing it.
Well, you had some guys in new positions too, didn't you?
Yeah, we just Bremen will find out sooner or later. We just moved Colton Reynolds back to guard, which is where he played last year. What a phenomenal young man! Didn't bat an eye. I said yes, sir, and down he went and went right to work. And so it's hard to find those. I did an interview earlier today, and there's a guy in Plymouth that's a former SEAL Team 6 guy, and we've chatted a few times. And in one of our meetings, he said there are team guys, and then there are just guys on the team. And obviously talking about the SEAL teams, but same deal here in football, right? Like there's lots of guys out here that are just on the team, but there's a few dudes that are very much team guys, and Colton Reynolds and Vinny Prater are very much team guys because they've both taken that hit and gone down to the O-line.
I was going to say, Vinny was a heck of a running back a year ago, and now he's one of the mainstays on your line.
Yeah, well, he's so strong,
yeah.
And he's probably the second or third best blocker that we have, and so when his number was called up, he knew, and so such a great young man.
How do you feel about where you're at right now?
We're good. We're still learning. We're still building. It's a new system to them, both offensively and defensively. And each week they're going to get better and smarter within our own system. And so, yeah, we'll build through this next couple of weeks. We'll build through the conference and then definitely going into playoffs.
This has been kind of a rivalry game over the years. I mean, it's become one of those things. You're not that far away. I've been here on some Saturdays when you play games, and Bremen kids come down and hang out. I mean, it's one of those things. They all know each other, and there's a little bit of bragging rights going on. Yeah,
it's an interesting dynamic. I don't know if I've ever been around a program that has that relationship. We butt right up next to each other, and some of our boys are dating their girls, and I'm sure vice versa. It's I don't know. It's a weird deal, but yeah, I mean, they're going to come down here, and I'm sure they're going to give us everything they got.
Talk about them a little bit. I mean, when you break them down on film, what do you see?
Well, it's purely experience on the line. They're big, they're strong. I compare them very much to LaVille, both in team personnel and then also in scheme. They're running a lot of the same stuff offensively and defensively that LaVille did. They're also extremely experienced on the line, and so, that's what we're seeing on film.
What do you think they're going to try to do to you guys?
Well, I mean, I think they're going to try to expose the run like LaVille was able to do, and then once they did that, they were able to get over top of us defensively. And then offensively, against Cherubusco, they went for the A-gaps, and I assume they'll try to go for our A-gaps. So, yeah, I would see a lot of the same stuff. Cherubusco, that's a really good program. So it's hard to get a gauge on what you're seeing just by how they played against Cherubusco.
Talk about your week of practice. How's that been?
It's been good. I told the boys Saturday after film, I said my intensity was going to pick up. I've been fighting this persona of me being a state trooper, and so that I've got that hard edge, and I just do by nature, right? But I didn't want them coming in thinking this was just going to be all drill sergeant stuff. So quite frankly, I wasn't nearly as hard on them as I think everybody thought I would be, and maybe I should have been. So the focus has picked up significantly this week.
Without giving away too much, I mean, I know you got a game plan. What do you want to see out of your guys this week?
Well, definitely execution-wise on the offense, right? So we got to a lot of places that we needed to be for the assignment. It was finishing that assignment once we got there. And so I've been really, really hard. Like anywhere else, you got to establish the run, right? And so it's northern Indiana. It's going to get cold in the fall and the winter. And so we got to be able to run the rock, and so that's really been our focus this week. Let's run the ball.
Thanks for taking the time, man. I appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having me.
Andy Barker, it's the head coach of the Triton Trojans. We'll be right back.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
And in this segment, we're joined by Justin Magonia, head coach of the Bremen Lions. And I'm sure you've had a chance to go back and take a look at film, digest what went on Friday night. I mean, break it down for us. What did you see out of you guys from Friday?
Yeah, I think, there was obviously some good things happened too, as the score doesn't indicate. I would say some of the rules and blocking assignments were there. We either missed the hole or, that one guy at that one particular play didn't finish his job or execute his job, and so then the rest of the play broke down. So I think really what we focused on this week was all 11 guys on the same page and executing, really.
What did you see that you liked? I mean, like you said, there were things that did go right. I mean, what do you feel you did best?
I felt that at the end of the, as the game went on, I thought I could see our backs running harder and hitting the hole. I think part of that, right, is a new system and being confident in what's in front of you and what we're doing. And some of that we were discussing as coaches as well, right? Like the guys that we do have coming back was more of a pass set offense, and now we're running more of a run style offense and, drive blocking compared to pass blocking. There's some differences there as well. And I feel like we've made a lot of strides in firing off the ball. When I say that, those two differences, the way you attack the defender and get off the ball. So we've really been focusing on our, getting off the ball as a unit on the offensive line, and then the backs hitting the hole harder. And, you just kind of have to have blind faith sometimes when you're running up there on a play called that the O-line's going to execute.
Talk about what obviously there have been coaching points this week. I mean, what did you see you really need to get better at?
I think, a little bit on the defensive side. I thought like our first steps and our assignments, getting to our spots a little bit better. That first game also sometimes a false sense of security when you're practicing against your twos. Those problem areas don't really flare up like they do during a varsity football game. So got to see some of those mistakes that we were making that equal or turn into big problems, right? The little things. And so first steps, whole assignments, and I would say just overall team pursuit and flowing to the ball hurt us a little bit last Friday.
You mentioned, earlier you thought maybe some of it has to do with a new approach, new system. Talk about practice this week. Do you think you took that next step?
Yeah, I think the kids accepted it, not accepted, but just, took or applied what we're teaching on the football field and are using it during practice and drills, and then putting it together. It's looks like when we come together as team segments, that they're really applying their individual segments and putting it all together. Kind of what I was talking about right at the beginning there about all 11 guys on defense, all 11 guys on offense executing, and it looking more like a team rather than at some point in times individuals.
I know you got some young guys in some key spots too, and their development is big. But it's got to be helpful. You got so many guys that are veteran on that front line.
Yeah, yep, that helped. Like I said, some of those shining moments on Friday night were actually the blocking assignments and the holes that were created by the linemen. And you're right, like growing pains with the younger guys. And we know that's going to happen. And so then there's, again, right, the game's slower for those vets and those older guys that have been out there for 2 or 3 years. Those first-time freshmen, sophomores that are out on the field, it's a little bit, gets to be a little fast for them, and their head starts to spin a little bit. We saw a little bit of that Friday night, right? Like, so a couple missed assignments or wrong routes run by some of our younger guys. So as a coach, you gotta reflect and take that into consideration and just use it as a teachable moment for those guys, and know that with experience and coaching, it's going to get better. They're going to get better. But I kind of anticipated that. I've seen freshmen and sophomores on the varsity field, and on the flip side, right, we talked a little bit about that on Saturday. You get against a team that's a veteran team with nothing but seniors. I mean, 9 and 10 seniors on starting defense and offense. It runs a lot smoother, right? Those kids have been there before. The game's slower for them. It's just reps for them. They know, boom, boom, boom. And you saw that, right? We definitely saw that Friday night, the difference there.
Talk about this week a little bit. I mean, I'm sure you've had a chance to look at Triton on film as well. I mean, what do you see when you look at them?
I see some explosiveness, right, in their skill positions. I'm hoping that up front, our offensive defensive line matchup gives us a little bit of an edge there with experience. So we're hoping to capitalize on that. And then, obviously, defensively try to contain the big play. They have kids on that side of the ball that can make big plays, and so if we can capitalize on that or control that and contain it and get some good pursuit, like I was talking about earlier. We focused on that, getting to the ball. It's not one guy; it's 11 guys to help stop that one guy. So that's kind of what our approach to this week's game has been.
I was going to say, without giving away too much, maybe what's your game plan? I mean, what do you want to see out of your guys Friday?
I mean, obviously, on Friday, really, when we looked at Saturday, it was, let's focus on ourselves. I mean, we've probably focused on ourselves more this week than we did Triton, just because, you come off that first week and a loss, and like I said, the film really showed us deficits that we needed to improve on, right? First competition, you don't see that every day during practice. It kind of really points out your deficits as a team. So we really worked on that this Friday, and that was our approach to getting better and winning Friday against Triton was let's improve on the places where we need to get better, and then obviously try to implement that towards the game plan and in this Friday with the game against Triton.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you what, good luck, and we'll see you on Friday night.
All right, thanks, Rusty.
Justin McGoney, the head football coach at Bremen, and stay right there.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Here's the keys to the game.
And we're back live here at Triton High School. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee, Bremen, and the Trojans tonight in our game of the week. And, keys to the game, I think you heard both coaches say pretty much the same thing. They want to run the football.
They want to run the football. they're going to make adjustments from last week. New systems, new coaches. They're kind of settling in. I think last week both teams were a little disappointed with the outcomes. They both took pretty good losses last week against two really good teams. So they're going to want to come out tonight with a little chip on their shoulder, and they're going to play hard. I'm really looking forward to this game.
How much easier does it get? I mean, you've been through it as a player. You've been through it as a coach. How much easier is game 2 as opposed to game 1?
Well, with the new system, it's definitely going to get easier. I seen each team has 12 seniors on the roster, so you're going to have some senior leadership step forward here. They're going to see what they did good the first game and what, they're a little weaker on, and they're going to make adjustments to that and maybe go to their strengths a little more. And I heard they were making some offensive line changes, moving some players around. So they're still figuring things out. But tonight's game, I got to think they're both going to be a little bit smoother, each team.
I would, and you look at Bremen, they've got at least 4 starters back on that offensive line, and I think, when you break it down, that gives them a huge advantage.
It does, and looking at them in pregame, their line looks pretty physical. I mean, they're pretty big kids. They move well, and I think that's probably going to be their strength that they're maybe going to rely on a lot tonight.
Last few years, Bremen has wanted to come out and throw the football a lot. This year, you're Justin Begonia say, we're in a run set. We want to run the ball and establish a running game. Talk about that difference, because I've heard from all the linemen I've ever talked to, they really prefer run blocking to pass blocking.
It's easier. I mean, it's more physical, and, you want to set the tone early. Punch them in the mouth early. You want to take control of the game as soon as you can.
Defensive side of the ball, you got 2 teams now that are going to want to stop that run game. What's the key to that?
Well, they're going to have their zone their zone defense. They're going to have to play their positions, be disciplined, trust each other. They're going to have to plug up the middle, and have gang tackling, pursuit.
Let's talk about a few other games around the area. The one we're going to keep a look at is LaVille and North Judson. That ought to be. You talk about a war. We were at that playoff game with them last year, and it was a war then. Judson got beat last week in their rivalry game with Knox. LaVille wants to go over there and make a statement about, wanting to be one of the teams that you look at as you go through here. That ought to be a really good one.
It really should. LaVille put up 28 last week against Triton here, and, Judson stumbled a little bit, but I heard they had some players out, so that's probably a big key. We'll see how healthy they are, but that ought to be a great game down there.
Another game around the area, Fairfield and Glen, started about 7 o'clock tonight. That'll be at Glen. Glen's got to be happy. Fairfield, that's a long drive on a Friday night.
And Glenn had a great opening game last week.
Boy.
Big win last week, so they're riding some momentum and good things happening up there.
43 points in that first game. Archer Rust, 92 yards rushing, 92 yards passing, 2 touchdowns rushing, 2 touchdowns passing. Pretty good game.
Did he play defense? I mean, that's what I want to know. I mean, offensively, sure, but I'm sure he's a two-way player.
Yeah, well, he probably is. I didn't notice if he had any interceptions or anything like that, but yeah, he had a heck of a night. Culver Academy and Mishawaka Marion, both those teams looking for their first win. That kind of surprises me. Those are 2 really good football teams.
That'll be a great game also.
Culver Community has West Central. That one will get underway about 7 o'clock. Plymouth is taking on Columbia City later on tonight. Knox has Pioneer. And see real quick, and Northwood got beaten that first game. They took on Columbia City. When I was talking to Adam Henley this week, he said that he didn't think Columbia City threw a pass. He knew they didn't have any passing yardage. Still came out and took a win over Northwood.
And that's a big win, too. I mean, if they didn't pass the ball against Northwood, they got a really good offensive line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm one of those guys that kind of likes to watch a running game like that. I
do too.
That's weird, but when you see, I'm also a guy who goes to a baseball game, wants to see the pitchers, so that shows you how weird I am. Take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
At Marshall County REMC, They are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Bigby coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Bigby Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Here's your starting lineup brought to you by First Federal Savings.
And we've just had the coin toss, so we see that Bremen will receive. They will be on offense first. So let's take a look at the starting defense for Andy Parker's Triton Trojans. And that looks something like this. On the offensive line, the tackles are Brady Shue and Dom Bradley. At the ends, Jaden Obermeyer, it's a name you're going to hear running the football tonight as well. Vinny Prater at the other end. The linebackers across the middle, Preston Brookins, Colton Reynolds will man that. Gavin Ripple and Ryder Gayhart are at the outside linebacker positions. Your corners are Caden Bradley and Isaac Quintana, and Gage Ripple is the free safety. So Triton will kick it off. They, I believe, deferred to the second half. Bremen wants to get the football. Bright sunny day. It's a beautiful day for football. I can't imagine it could be any better.
No, there's really no wind. It's probably nice back at the Blueberry too, but I'm really glad I'm not there, Rusty. I'm glad I'm right where I'm at. This looks to be a really competitive, exciting game. Bremen fans, I think Triton might need to bring in more bleachers next year. They're overflowing over there, and it looks like Triton's got a real good crowd here.
Yeah, we have a great crowd on both sides, and the bleachers are full across the way for Bremen that we see easier, but they're pretty close to full right below us here. Now Cam Callahan will kick it off to start the game. He puts it in the line drive, splits the receivers down there. That is number 8, Jack Wildauer, and also 22 back there, Jace Pippinger. And Bremen will come out on offense at the first and 10 at the 20. Interested to see their quarterback here. It's going to be Miles Green, the starter for Bremen. He takes over for Silas Leidig, who was one of the best who's ever played that position at Bremen. And he's got shoes to fill. He's only a sophomore.
He's only a sophomore. He's listed at 5'8", 145. But, he throws a pretty accurate ball, we were noticing in pregame. So,
and Justin Begonia is going to give him some help. He's going to try to run the football. And they will come out in a little bit of a different set. They've got, looks like Green is all the way out. They just ran a guy out, and taking the snap is going to be Wildauer, senior. And a handoff goes to Parrish. He gets around the corner, beats a man. He's finally driven out of bounds. Pickup of 20 on play number 1. And A little bit of a difference here now as Wildauer will come out and get the play, so he will be the starter quarterback tonight.
Showed really good speed there getting that corner. I mean, that was good blocking, great first play of the game for Bremen.
Braden Parrish just took that and went right around the corner. He'll come out of the lineup here, go over to the sideline, wait for the next play as Wildauer come out under center here. Boy, you got to be happy.
I do. I like that a lot, Rusty. You know that.
Wide out to the right side, tight end to the left. Handoff right up the middle. Pippinger breaking tackles. And, boy, I'll tell you, he almost got away. Nice play out there by the safety out that side. Actually, it's the end. Jaden Overmeyer made the tackle.
And that might have been a touchdown saving tackle right there. There was a gigantic hole to the right side.
About 2, maybe a little bit less than 2. Football at the 48-yard line of Bremen, and Wildauer comes out again. He's going to be under center. I bet it's just an old classic pro eye. Handoff right straight up the middle, and a heck of a play. Braden Parrish was met in the hole, and he was rudely met there.
By Vincent Prater, a 6'2 senior. That was a nice tackle. They gave him about a yard, Rusty. I didn't think he got that much.
Prater just a really good football player, and he makes a big tackle. So it's 3rd down and 1 now. Football at the 49. Wildauer come out once again under center. This is just the old I set. Handoff right up the middle. Any old Bremen fans will recognize this. They ran this for decades. Very successful. Going to be good for a first down as Logan Mosier will take it.
And you know that first down sponsored by First Source Bank.
There you go.
Our first sponsor of the night.
Thank you for remembering that because I had completely spaced it out. First Source Bank, our first down sponsor this year. Now bringing him out is senior Jack Wildauer.
Train looks a little confused on that front line.
Got a wing guy in the slot slightly over here to the left. He's just another blocker. That's where the fullback is. And right up the middle, Pippinger is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They may give him a foot or two, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a nice play by the Triton front line there. They looked a little out of sorts there at the beginning, but they settled down, and, boy, they plugged their hole really nice.
Brady Shue is standing there waiting, as was Prater again. And now it is 2nd down. And no gain, so 2nd and 10 here. Football at the Triton 47. Wildauer will get into the shotgun here with the running back to his right. We got a whistle. We're going to take a timeout here.
Boy, they saw something they didn't like. Maybe their ends weren't set or they didn't have containment where they wanted.
Matt Arbison wasn't happy with the way they lined up out there, so they'll take a timeout. We'll take a short break as well. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Triton and Bremen, we have no score.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Back at Triton, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee, and Bremen comes out of the huddle, out of the timeout, 2nd and 10. Snap, handoff, and a flag flies, and right away, Braden Parrish is hit. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That's where they're going to give him. But we do have a flag out here on the play.
And that was Shue on the tackle. He's a 6'5", 315 senior. That's a big boy, right?
Yes, he is, but he's the one who let everybody out on the field. He can move. He was the guy with the flag tonight when they came out.
Oh, so they got a sideline, just a warning against Triton.
All right, so the play stands. So it's 3rd and 10 now. Football at the 47. And once again, that I formation, it's a power I. You got just the running back, 2 fullbacks to the right, and they're going to take it over there. They're going to pick up about 3 or 4. Call it 3.
It's going to be an interesting call because you're going to have 4th down and probably about 7. Looks like they're going to punt, Rusty. That's
3rd and 7, and they bring out a bunch of new guys. I'm not sure if that's the punt team or not, but they do bring out some
Triton's going back.
Players. And Wildauer is going to go back to punt, so Bremen will kick it away. Play that field position game, and back deep, it's going to be Caden Bradley, I believe, number 5 back there at about the 10. High snap.
How did he not get that?
Wildauer. Man. Dangerous high snap, and he somehow is able to get it off, and it'll drop out of bounds right at the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10. Triton, they'll get the football.
That was a pretty nice punt after that high snap, but boy, I thought Triton was going to get that. That's a good turnaround by Triton there. You know, that first 2 plays they gave up big yardage, and then they settled in and kind of stopped them. So
Gage Riffle will be the quarterback, and he'll be flanked out there by Jaden Obermeyer, running back position. Isaac Quintana, the fullback. Wide receivers are Cam Callahan and Caden Bradley. Across that front line, you got Maddox Denny at the tight end. The tackles are Brady Shue and Charlie Worsham. Colton Reynolds and Vinny Prater the guards. Preston Brookins is a center. Handoff will come back across the grain to the left side. And a really nice run there by the H-back. That is Jaden Obermeyer. Gets some space, and he will take it all the way out to close to a 1st down at the 28.
It was a nice run. He ran really hard there and got an extra couple of yards on his own there at the end.
Play will come in from the sideline. And Riffle will call it. We have 2nd down now, and we'll call it 3. Football at the 28. Riffle in the shotgun, wides to both sides. He'll hand it to Obermeyer this time. Back across to the left, finds some running room, gets to the corner.
Oh, boy, they got a late flag.
They're going to run him out of bounds close to the 40, but there is a late flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to come back.
Hold.
It's going to be a holding call, so a big run of about 15 will come back and be a penalty of 15.
And they get, last week the game we saw penalties are just drive killers. And that was a nice play. There was going to be a 1st down. Boy, that's a tough call.
You're going to be all the way out near midfield, but now it's going to come all the way back to the 16-yard line, looks like, after they mark it off. So it'll be 2nd down and long.
Well, both teams already showed the ability to get the corner on the other team, so I think we're going to see some big plays tonight.
You might do that. Got some speed at those running back positions, and, it's interesting. They both want to come out and run the football. They're doing it different ways, but spread option for Triton as Ripple take the snap, comes back to the right, makes a guy miss, gets run out of bounds. And he'll pick up a bunch back. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 25. And it'll be 2nd down now and 7.
That was a nice play. He got some really good blocking out in front of him there.
It's definitely a designed run. He was running from the time he got the snap, took it back across the right side, got to the corner, and has a nice pickup. And it's manageable, 3rd and 6. Haven't seen either team throw a pass yet. Clock running, or actually stop with the out of bounds.
I think they're going to go back to the left side here, Rusty. I think that's the.
They're going to have double wide, a man in the slot to the right, and now some confusion on the set is going to bring a timeout as in order to save the down, Andy Barker forced to call his 2nd timeout. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
And we're back at Triton High School. Rusty Nix and Joe McKee. No score yet. Triton forced to take a timeout there. And they'll come back out. Had have it sorted out, I think, now. And it's a different set, too. We're going to see wides to the left side, man, in the slot. You got the H-back on the right. Snap, Riffle looking to throw this time. Has a man over the middle.
Oh, did he get that?
He holds on to it. That is
what
a
great catch. Oh.
Caden Bradley on the little square out towards the Bremen sideline makes a diving catch. And it's good for a first down for the Trojans.
Sponsored by First Source Bank.
7:32 to play.
That was a heck of a catch.
Laid out completely over there in front of the Bremen bench and makes an outstanding catch for a first down. New set of downs for the Trojans. They'll come out this time, wide receiver to the right side. Man in the slot, or left shot, I should say. Man in the slot there, handoff across the green. It is the running back there, Overmeyer, will pick up 3 or 4. Nice first down gain.
Overmeyer's got some moves there. He's going to break one tonight, right?
He burst onto the scene last year and showed that he was just going to be a heck of a player. He's physically big and strong. He's fast. He's just a football player. They'll give him 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Football at the 37-yard line. Clock running at 6:34 to play here in the first.
They better hurry with this play clock. They're taking a little bit of time getting that play in.
It's taking a while. Wide to the right, wide to the left. Man in the slot to the right. Snap. Handoff back to the left. Overmeyer. He gets into the secondary.
Oh,
miss.
Boy, that was a touchdown saving tackle.
Out there by Wildauer. Makes, as Joe said, a touchdown saving tackle at the Bremen 45. So exactly what Justin Begonia was afraid of is those skilled players from Triton. They've got speed everywhere. Clock running at 6:11, first down, brought to you by First Source Bank. The play, Overmeyer back to the right side this time, and he'll be drugged to the ground. They snipped it out this time. He loses a yard. Nice tackle out there by Logan Mosier. And so it'll be second down now and 11.
Bremen strung that one out pretty well. He had nowhere to go there. That was a nice play by the Bremen defense.
Overmeyer's had some success. It's pretty much the same play, just right and left. Handed off across the green. He just takes it off the tackle on that side. Now wide receiver in a slot to the right. Handoff goes back to the left this time. And once again, Bremen smelled that one out again. And another loss on the play. Overmeyer dropped for a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, I don't know that you have to throw. You might have to throw the ball here again, Rusty. He showed the last series that he can throw the ball. He had a good arm there. That was he put the ball right where it should have been.
Linebackers on that one. Derek Miller and also Logan Mosier on that tackle. Just cleaned it up. The lineman able to stretch it out. Now they're moving their ends side to side on that defensive front. Ripple, snap. He'll fake the handoff. Goes to the right side. He's got nowhere to go.
Nope.
Jace Pippinger with a nice job. Comes up and makes the tackle. And so now,
got to think they're going to have to punt this.
Yeah, they're close to the 50. They're going to mark them at the 49 of Bremen, and it looks like the punt team's coming on. Jaden Overmeyer going to drop back to do the duties. Wildauer will drop back to return. He'll go down about the 15-yard line to wait for this kick. So it is 4th and 14. Now they need an extra player. They're calling for a guy to come on and coming on very late. Not sure who that was. 57 isn't on the roster. Now a low snap picked up by Overmeyer. He's going to run it. Skips down the sideline. He's not going to be close to a first down. Pick that snap up on the first hop. Ends up having to take it ahead, and he'll get run out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Bremen, and it'll be 1st and 10 Lions there.
Bremen had really good pressure there. If he would have went ahead and punted that, it would have got blocked. So that's probably a pretty good play. He picked up something there, another 7 yards. So, hey, each series, each team got a couple first downs, had some big plays, but defense of each team kind of stood up there.
Answered the call. Bremen now comes out in that Well, a little bit different here. They'll spread it out a little bit. They got 2 men in the slot on the right. Man in motion is going to get it coming across the grain. Parrish will run to the right side.
Nice
and a big
tackle.
hit out there by Riffle. As he'll pick up 4, but he pays the price at the end of it.
That's one of those picture-perfect tackles there. He put his head in front of the left side there and just drove right through it.
Jack Wildauer starting at quarterback tonight. They're going to bring in a whole new package. Bunch of players come onto the field. Couple of players go off. One thing that hasn't changed is that front line. They've been running backs in and out, setting up a couple of different formations. And this time they'll go back to that power I. They got 2 fullbacks and a tight end on the right side. Lone running back, snap, fake to him.
He's
and
got
coming
room
back
if he get the
across to the
corner.
left is
Yep.
Wildauer, but a nice job to string it out and finally let everybody catch up to it. That was Colton Reynolds that was able to keep him running to the side long enough to get everybody to the ball. Good pickup, though. 3rd down and 2 now. Football right at the 50.
And I think you're in 4-down territory here, so they don't need to get it here.
I think I would agree with you. You're close enough now. You could probably go ahead. You only need like 2 yards, 2.5.
Under center again, though.
It's under center. They go back to that power eyes. Handoff, right side. Just pounding all the way down to the 39. Logan Mosier just put his head down, and he goes forward for about 9. And it's 1st and 10. Brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Thank you, Joe.
He was running downhill there. I mean, he had a full head of steam there. That was a hard run.
Bremen wants to play power football. This reminds me of what they looked like when Coach Begonia was playing. Wildauer under center. He'll take the snap, pitches it to the right. This time it's Parrish, and they rally to him, take him down. No gain on the play.
Short gain on the play.
Braden Parrish back across the right side, nowhere to go. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll give him about a yard, 9. Football at the 38.
Bremen is bringing 5 new players in.
5 new guys come on, and I think they have a power package and they've got a spread package, and the power package just went to the sideline, I think. There we go. We got spread. Wideouts to both sides. 2 men in the slot to the left. Single running back. Throw over the middle. Caught and hit almost immediately. Braden Parrish got the throw from Wildauer. Couple of yards on the play. It'll take it down to the 33-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down there and 4.
And that was a nice, safe pass. And like you said, they're bringing their power package back in now.
You see the guys, the big guys like Mosier and those guys come running out. Jace Pippinger. The one that impresses me, who's obviously just there to hit people, that is Teener. And here's the run back to the right side, and that is stacked up and forced back.
Did.
Nice job by Prater for Triton as he'll come out of the bottom of that pile. Gain of about 1, and it'll be 4th down here and 2.
4th and,
26 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like they're going to have to run. Well, they won't have to run a play if they don't want to. They're going to. 4th down and 2, 14 seconds. Wildauer gets to the line. That power package to the right. 2 fullbacks off the right side. They may just be trying to get them to jump. And then, that's going to end the first quarter. So they tried to get the penalty to end and get the easy 1st down, nothing doing. So we will go to quarter break number 1, and we have no score. It's Bremen and Triton, our game of the week here on Max 98.3. We'll be right back.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Bigby Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. No scores. We head to quarter number 2. Bremen with the football. They've got a 4th down decision here. 4th and 2. Football at the 31.
Big play for both teams.
Going the other way now as Triton has to hurry on. Bremen ready to go, and the Trojans will come all the way to the other side of the field. Pulled pork, you know it sounds good.
Pulled pork sandwiches?
Pulled pork sounds good, but have that Bourbon Street Pizza commercial on their pizza sounds good right now.
They got new pizza now, too.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Well, they've got a same old set here. That power high to the right this time. Handoff goes right up the middle, and boy, it's going to depend on the spot.
Boy,
they're not going to give it to him.
There's no way they can. Nope.
Nope. They're going to stop him just shy. It got all the way out to the 30, but it was just short. And so Triton, with the stand here, has the football back.
That was a big stop there. Bremen had something going there with the run game. Nice drive, and boy, they came up big on that defensive effort.
I'll tell you what, this has been a throwback look for the Lions. Watching that, they've got the 2 guys there on one side or the other right next to the tackle. And they're obviously 2 fullbacks. Actually, they're probably just 2 extra linemen on that side. And they're running to that side a lot. So now Triton will have it back. They'll come out with 2 men in the backfield, running back to the left of Gage Riffle. He'll hand it off, take the handoff up the middle to Overmeyer. Pulls it back. Perfect read on the read option. And Riffle will take it out for close to 10 yards. They're going to give it, well, where are they going to put it
They're going to give him a first. They signaled first down, but they spotted it short.
The official over here in front of the Triton bench is.
Oh, there's a little.
They're having a discussion about where they're going to spot the ball. The official here in front of the Triton bench is definitely standing where.
Yeah, and he already
a first down.
And he motioned first down too.
So if they don't use his spot,
they're going to do.
He's over there having a discussion about it. He's like, "Well, dude, I spotted it. If you'd done it my way, this would have been easy. We wouldn't have to have the."
You don't see many measurements anymore.
No, you don't.
And in the NFL, they're going to that laser measurement, aren't they?
Really?
I think so.
I'm not going to like that.
I don't think I'm going to either. I kind of like, you're kind of wondering.
See, I hate replay.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is going to be close.
He's got to pull it.
Oh, you couldn't be closer.
Tough spot.
It's about 2 inches.
Tough spot.
That is sitting with the nose of the football right on the 40. And so there's less than maybe 2 inches.
You got a lot of options in your playbook now.
Yeah, you've got a couple of 2-inch plays in your playbook, don't you? At least you hope you do. So Riffle has one. He's calling it in the huddle. And they'll have to reset the chains here. And we're waiting for that right now. Well, it can't be that difficult. You go back to... He's getting some help from the sideline over there.
Well, the Bremen sideline, yeah. They're...
That's the chain gang guy, though, for Triton. That's not a Bremen... I don't think that's a Bremen coach. But
now when he put, I would say there's a kink. Yeah, there's a kink in the chain.
There they go. They got it fixed. All right, they're ready to go now, I think. So it'll be second down here and almost nothing. You can almost get that just by the shift of the ball when you go to snap it. Once again, 2 running backs in the backfield with Ripple. He'll hand it off to, he takes the handoff again. He's going to lose.
No.
Now he spins out of a tackle, somehow spins out of another one. He pays for it at the end of the run as Wildauer lays a hit on him, but boy, I don't know how he spun out of 3 tackles. That should have gone for a 5-yard loss. It ends up being a 2-yard gain and a first down.
Sponsored by First Source Bank, but that was all an effort there. They were going to get him for, like you said, 2-3 yard loss, and boy, he just,
Overmeyer was the man who got the fake. I thought he had the football. Riffle pulled it. Took off to the right, nothing there, swung back to the left and found enough to get the first down. So Overmeyer, the lone running back now. 2 wing backs wide out to the left. Snap, handoff up the middle. Overmeyer looking for somewhere to go. Trying to break a tackle, can't do it. They'll mark him at the line of scrimmage and nothing else, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
he had nowhere to go there. Like he said, he got hit about as soon as he got the ball.
Clock running, 10:44 to play. We have no score here in the second quarter at Triton. Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Next week, we're at Culver.
Looking forward to that.
Culver and Triton. I got to say this. I've covered 2 games at Culver. They were both playoff games. So I've never seen a regular season game at Culver. Now Riffle comes out, same set. He's got Overmeyer behind him. He'll fake the handoff to him, keep it, and go to the left.
Oh, he's got some room.
He's got some room. I'll tell you what.
Ooh, horse collar?
That's
close.
That is close. Almost a great play out here by Jace Pippinger as he had his hands on Riffle, but then there was no help behind, and Riffle able to break the tackle, got himself a first down.
And that's by First Source Bank there. But Riffle's got a little wiggle in his run.
He
you know
does.
that? He's only a sophomore, too.
He's a heck of an athlete. He'll bring him out of the huddle. First down and 10 now. Football at the 45 in Bremen territory. Hand off to Overmeyer. He'll swing through there, pick up about 5. We got a flag thrown into the area where you're usually going to get holding.
It's probably going to be holding. Again, Triton's got a great drive going here, got a lot of momentum, and it's going to set him back a little.
You know, those penalties just kill you.
They do.
Just kill you. And that's going to be a holding call. It's going to take it back 10, back to the 45 of Triton, and it'll be first down and 20.
Instead of 2nd and 5, you got 1st and 20. That's a big difference.
That makes a huge difference. Well, you know, we said it. You got a lot of 2-inch play calls in your playbook. How many 20-yard plays do you have? Becomes tough. 9:36 to go here in quarter number 2. No score, Bremen and Triton. Some confusion out here on the offensive line. Vinny Prater goes back, says something.
They better
Riffle.
go. They got
get
it.
a snap. Just get it off. Designed run all the way. Riffle will take it to the right. Took the snap. That was definitely just a sweep for the quarterback. He'll get about 5 of that back. Still a long way to go. Football just outside the 50.
Nice play, though. I mean, you're not going to get it back all in one chunk, more than likely. So he got 4 or 5 there, and they need to maybe get those plays in just a little quicker because they're fighting that clock almost every play.
Cam Callahan comes out. Riffle with the play call, and Triton out of the huddle. 8:45 and counting, no score. Runner to the right of Riffle is Overmeyer. He's got running backs on the wings. Quick dump pass over the middle. Wildauer!
No!
Hold on to it.
Oh. And that was almost called by the Triton player as the Bremen player was going down.
Maddox Denny, the tight end, was the guy who's trying to get it to just a really quick dump over the middle on that tight end pass. He was the only receiver out there. Design play as he releases instantly, but Riffle way too high, and Wildauer had a great chance at it, but fell out of his hands when he hit the ground. So it'll be third down now and 16. Football at the 49. Riffle with Overmeyer to his right, man in the slot, or to his left, man in the slot to the left. He'll roll to the left. Looking to throw, comes back over the middle, and a great play.
Boy, that was a nice
by
play.
the defender. He had a man open for a second. That was Ryder Gayhart. He went up to try to high point that thing. He was a little bit behind him, and coming in from behind the defender,
It was Nick Slusser.
Nick Slusser made a heck of a play.
And he's only a sophomore, and he batted that down just like they're taught.
So now Triton will have to punt. Let's see if they can get it off this time. Bad snap. Had Overmeyer forced to run the last time. Wildauer again, the man deep. He's all the way back at the 15. And he bounce snap again, and now Overmeyer's going to have to run the left. He's got a lot of room to run. He's all the way down to the 30. He's got a first down. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Vinny Prater out here with a huge block to make that happen. That was really close. I was watching him engage with that white jersey from Bremen. He was really close to getting a little bit of that in his hand. But a great block by Prater springs it open and a first down. With 8-11, first down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
There we go.
That was a big play.
That is a huge play. Clock running here in the second quarter, no score. Riffle, snap. He'll hand it to Overmeyer. He'll go to the right side this time. He'll get drugged down after a pickup of about 5. They're going to give him all the way out to the 23, so a gain of 8.
And, sometimes games are decided on busted plays like that. I mean, that was such a huge play for 4th and 16 to get that first down.
It's a huge play for both of them. If he doesn't make that football's all the way back at the 30, and Bremen in great position to start their next drive. Out of the huddle, Riffle has Overmeyer to his left. Everybody running every which direction. He's got a wide out Gage Riffle to the left.
He's going to throw it. Nope.
Hands it off to Overmeyer. Overmeyer driven down. I should say Gavin Riffle was the man out here to the left on the wide.
That pitch seemed a little deep there. I mean, it's almost seemed like their timing was off just a little bit there.
3rd and 4. Coming on with the play is Ryder Gayhart. His head coach had really a lot of positive things to say about Ryder Gayhart as well. He is on. He'll be to the left of Riffle. Behind Riffle is Overmeyer. Snap. A fake handoff up the middle, and Gage Riffle looking for room to run. He's not going to find it. They're going to knock him down after a loss, and it's going to be back at the 27-yard line.
Loss of 4 on the play.
So 4th down now.
4th down and 8 for the Trojans.
Coming on with the play is Caden Bradley. As Callahan comes off. 4th down and 8. Football at the 27. Clock running at 5:57. No score. Snap. Riffle goes to the right. Looking deep. Has a man over the middle. Throws it up in the air. It just hung up there too long. Yep. It's knocked away by Wildauer on the defense. Quintana was out there. He was just hung up in the air a little bit too long. He was open, but ball floated, kind of gave the defender a shot at getting in there and breaking it up, and that's exactly what Wildauer did.
Good stand by Bremen. Again, it looks like Triton had something going there. He kind of felt like they were going to score after that busted punt play with the first down, but Bremen stepped up.
Bremen's defense up to the task. They'll come out in that power set again. Wide receiver here to the right. 2 fullbacks to the right off of the backside of the tackle. Fake handoff up the middle. Long throw.
Oh, he's
down
open.
the middle of the field and
man.
just overthrown slightly by Wildauer. He had a man open. He had broken free right down the hash on the right side. It was Jake Rodriguez. And, boy, Wildauer didn't have any time. He had no idea where that receiver was going to be open. He had to just get rid of it because he got ripped into.
He did. Rodriguez is only a freshman there, but, boy, he had 6 or 7 yards on the Triton defender.
If Wildauer had enough time to set his feet and throw the football, that probably turns into a huge gain. As it is, it's an incomplete pass. Clock stops at 5:41. Power set again, running back to the right of the quarterback. He'll get the
he's got a hole.
He gets through the line into the secondary. It is all the way to the 40. Braden Parrish with a great run. Football comes out after he hits the ground. A lot of people diving for it, but a huge gain as he's run out of bounds at the Triton 37. It'll be first down and 10 Lions. First down brought to you by First Source Bank. I beat you.
You got me.
Yeah.
I think you do it better than I do anyway. It almost seems like it's going to take a big play like that or a turnover for this game to turn because they're playing so even.
You're right. Both defenses are just rising to everything. Power set again to the right side. A great run off the right side again. Pretty much the same hole. That is Jace Pippinger. And he'll pick up about 12. He's all the way down to the 23.
Bremen's definitely got something figured out on this drive.
First down brought to you by First Source Bank. And Bremen will come out. They'll have that power set up again. 2 fullbacks to the right side. Derek Miller, one of them, handoff. Once again to the right side. That is going to go to Logan Mosier. And he'll get run to the ground by Reynolds.
You know, they kind of fake the reverse there. They're setting something up here, Rusty.
Let's see what they decide to do.
They may not use it until the second half, but they're gonna fake that dive and they're gonna take a reverse.
Second down and 9, pickup of 1 on that one. And the clock running at 4:40. You have no score here in the first half. Triton and Bremen, our game of the week. Out of the huddle, and Wildauer once again in the shotgun. Those fullbacks to the right this time, wide out to the left. Looking to throw to the left. Slant over the middle, man is open. Did he hold it? They're going to give it to him. And once again, that's Rodriguez. He just got inside position and went back over on the slant. Caught it at the middle of the field on the, where they got it? 6-yard line. So it's first and goal, Bremen.
Rodriguez, as a freshman, is really kind of stepping up here.
Pickup of about 15, and Wildauer now in the shotgun. Fullbacks to the right, they'll run that way. Handoff to Parrish. He'll get maybe a yard. No gain on the play, so it'll be second down and goal from the 6.
No gain on the play. Second down and 6.
Triton's going to try to hold them to a field goal here. I would think they would kick a field goal in a game like this if they had to.
I would imagine you'd want to get points on the board no matter what they are at this point, the way both these teams have played defense.
This game has just flown by, too. We only got a little over 3 minutes left until halftime.
3:43 to play, clock running. And Bremen going to let it run down for a bit. They've got 7 on the play clock. Obviously, they're going to call timeout here and come out and set the play. So, with 3:29 to play, we have no score. Timeout, Bremen. They're knocking at the door at the 6. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee as we have no score here. Our Max 98.3 Game of the Week, Triton against Bremen. This is a big play right here.
It is. The way Mosier's been running, I'd give him the ball. I'd just keep feeding him right now.
It is second and goal to go at the 6. And Justin Magunya wanted the right play, so he let the clock run down, called a timeout.
Second down and 6.
And now they're going to come out. It looks like they have even more bodies to the right. You got a tight end, 2 full. Everybody's on the right side. Under center, handoff to Mosier.
I was wondering.
Follow every single one of those guys. It's going to be close, but it's not in.
They're going to call it back. They got a flag. That Bremen, the guy standing, he hitched right at the end. I didn't know if he was going to call that or not.
Illegal procedural. Bring it back. It got all the way down to the one. They just put all the horses on the right side, handed the ball to Mosier, and just let him run. And he got a lot of it, but not all of it. Doesn't matter. We're coming back to the 11. It's going to be second down and goal.
And he shifted about literally an inch or two right before the play, and I didn't know that they would call that. That's a tough call.
Wildauer comes out with the play. Got it from the sideline once again. They're going to they've got everybody on that right side. Looks like they might be running the same play. Under center, Mosier. I tell you what, if he can keep his feet going through that tackle, he's going to be close. He'll pick up 4, but there was nobody between him and the goal line after he got by that guy.
4-yard gain on the play.
So 4-yard pickup. It's going to be third down now and goal at the 7.
I don't know if he can run it here, Rusty. I don't know if he can.
Clock is running at 2:56, and they're going to bring the light package on.
Yeah,
here.
they're taking Mosier out.
Mosier going to come to the sideline. They're going to bring in Parrish. They're going to also Gonzalez. They're going to run that extra lineman to the sideline, Brendan Rice, and it took so much time they're going to have to call timeout. So Bremen with a second timeout. We'll take a break as well. They're going to set it up. It is 2:38 to play here in the half. No score. Bremen and Triton.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana, is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour, with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day 1. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. Bremen comes out with a play here. It's a big one, 3rd and 7. 3rd and goal, actually, at the 7. And you really you got to get 6 here, I think. It makes a big difference.
I kind of like going to Rodriguez here. He's made a couple nice plays.
In the shotgun this time. Snap, fake the handoff, and the reverse puts it on the floor.
That's what they were setting up, though, Rusty. That's his play. They were setting that up.
Faking the dive to Parrish, then coming back across the grain was number 22, Pippinger, and the handoff just didn't get made. Ended up on the ground. Wildauer able to cover it before a real disaster happened, and now we're going to.
Well, we'll see what
they're going to. They're going to kick.
You know, last week we saw a pretty good kicking game with Tippy Valley kicking a 47 and a 48-yard field goal.
This one's going to be 30. They're going to put it down at the 20. Snap is good. The kick is up. Line drive.
I don't think so.
Just outside of the upright. And it is no good. So Triton will take it over with 1:54 to play in the half. And Bremen is turned away with no points.
Man, and that's tough. That penalty down there really hurt him. Because Mosier was going to be down to the 1 or 2 yard line until that penalty. So
he was going to be right at the goal line, and they had 2 plays to get it in. You got to feel they're making up their mind. They're going to line everybody up and run behind them. So now Triton with a chance to maybe make something happen here. They got a little bit of time. 1:54 is the guys on the sideline come back with the play cards. They forgot to have them. Snap. Riffle fakes the pitch. He'll keep it. Goes to the right side. He'll have a few yards down to about the 25. It'll be second down. Clock continues to run at 1:40.
Tackled by
I think both teams would be, Bremen's not going to be happy after missing that field goal, but Triton's going to be happy going in halftime 0-0 with that defensive stand there.
2nd down and 7. Snap. Riffle to throw. Looking to the left side. Pump fake. Nothing there. Now he's going to run. Now he pulls it back. Oh! Again, and did he hold it? Quintana.
Nope.
Caught it, and then he got belted by Jace Pippinger, who was able to knock it loose before he could secure it. So an incomplete pass stops the clock and makes it 3rd down.
I don't know that if I were Triton right now, I'd just let the clock. I don't know about that pass play because their punting game's been suspect here. And if they have to punt here again, the way the snaps have been, you don't know what's going to happen. So I would have ran that ball. Just go to halftime. Yep, you're going to get the ball to start the second half. You're deep in your own side of the field.
I don't know if I don't agree with you on that one. Riffle now. Running back to his right is Obermeyer. He's going to throw it back to the left. Man open, kind of one of those little bubble screens out to the sideline, and a good job out there by Ryder Gayhart. Made a nice catch. He picks up about 15 yards, run out of bounds, but tried to keep him in, and Gayhart made sure that he got out of bounds at the 38.
They're running
they're going to save the clock running.
That's tough.
That is tough. It'll keep going. Under a minute now.
Well, it shows you how much I know about running out the clock.
That's why we're up here where the food is. 50 seconds to go. Snap. Obermeyer with a handoff on the read option. The ball comes out. It's loose at the 40, and Bremen falls on it.
There's your turnover.
Jace Pippinger makes the big pickup on the loose football, and with 42 seconds left, Bremen now will have another shot at it.
Well, that's what you didn't want to happen there.
Obermeyer went back to the left and just got it punched out of his hand. So 1st down, Bremen here. Let's see what they can do with it. They have just 42 seconds left. They've only thrown the ball twice. One of them was a nice reception by Rodriguez. We'll see if they...
And the other one, he was wide open.
Try to get him open again. He'll be out here wide to the right as they go to that spread set. Trip receivers to the left, man in the slot to the right. So you got 5 wide. Back to throw. And Wildauer with a long toss up the air and an interception. Callahan goes up in the air, and Parrish, I should say, was open for a moment. And once again, the ball just sailed a little bit, stayed up in the air. And it gave Callahan an opportunity to play center field there from his safety spot. And he makes a great play, and Triton has the football back.
Just traded turnovers there. Now I'm going to tell you, almost take a knee and just go to halftime.
I have 33 seconds left. I think I almost agree with you there. You're inside the shadow of your own goal line here at the 6. 1st down. And the clock is stopped. It'll start as soon as they snap it. They're going to come out. Obermeyer, the running back, to the left of Riffle. Snap. And they'll hand it off. Obermeyer will go to the right. And he'll pick up a few. He's knocked down at the 14.
That should do it.
And that should do it. 22 seconds. They don't have to run another play if they don't want to. They're going to go back and huddle. I don't know if they're going to or not. They are going to huddle. And it looks to me like they're going to be okay to just go in at halftime here with no score. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 3 seconds, 2. And that is going to do it for the first half. And I got to admit to you, I did not expect this.
No.
We are scoreless at halftime. Triton and Bremen. We'll take a break. We come back. We're going to talk with Rodney Eunice, the athletic director at Triton High School, about some things happening around the other sports at Triton. So stay there. Our halftime show starts in just a second.
Your morning It deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
It's the Big B Coffee Halftime Show.
And the athletic director at Triton High School joins me, Rodney Eunice. Something I wanted to start doing this year as we're doing games around the county is get with the ADs and find out about some of the other sports and other stuff going on at the school. So thanks for letting me get a hold of you for that. And, you know, I know you got a busy day today, but you've had a busy week. You've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we have. And you know what? That's the fun part of the fall season is just, kids are always excited when they get back to school. You know, that quickly fades away, but, the excitement of the events going on lingers. And, we've been hopping this week. We've had a variety of events that we've hosted. And, our kids are out there and they're competing, they're doing well, and I feel like our numbers are good in all of our sports, and so that's always a positive.
You know, I think to the other part too that people don't really probably even think about. I mean, you can see all the stuff you got to do for a home football game or a track meet or something like that, but even when they teams that go away, you've got to arrange transportation, make sure that everybody gets where they need to go. You got officials. I mean, there's just so many moving parts of that job.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it truly is a team effort. If it fell on me, the ball would get dropped somewhere. So it's great that we have a team, and the help is great, and we just work together, and we get it to come together, and tonight is our first home football game, and we're excited to be hosting, but we also have some activities going on that will make the environment even more enjoyable.
Talk about some of those. I mean, your tennis team is in full swing. They're having a good start. Honestly,
they are.
Your tennis team over the last, I shouldn't say this because you've always been extremely solid, but you've had some really great years the past few years.
I would agree, and it's there was a dip, and the only reason why there was a dip was because of numbers. When you lack the numbers, it's difficult to score those points. And but our coaches have done a great job. Riley Linville and Brad Gardner, they kind of co-head coach it, and they've just done a tremendous job, made it enjoyable for them, and so the numbers have really grown. I believe this year we have 16 tennis players. And, so we're not only able to play our varsity matches, we're able to get JV matches in, and that just helps for the future. We don't even have a single senior on our tennis squad. And, they're out there, they're not only competing, but they're winning their matches. And so that's exciting to see.
I think it's interesting you mentioned JV because, as a coach, you understand what having a JV team means to your program.
It's huge.
I mean, a lot of parents and players are like, well, why do I? Well, because you need to be ready to play at the next level, and being able to do that is just key.
Yeah, that's we always when I coach football, I mean, it was so important every year to make sure we had that JV squad because that's where you develop those kids, and they're not going to get developed if they're standing on the sideline on a Friday night. And so they need their opportunity to play. And so it's great to see.
Yeah, I worked for a coach years ago when I first came back to town, who I happened to live in the same house with, by the way. The one thing he told me was, the one thing I need you to do at the lower level, get them out on the field as much as you can. Nobody gets better watching somebody else play.
Absolutely. Yep.
Let's talk about your cross country, too. Because your girls have a full team, and you know, and this is the thing: the school the size of Triton, having enough guys to have a cross country team in the fall with all the kids you need for football is tough. But I mean, you've still got some runners out there doing well.
Connected.
Yeah, and you know, and that's one thing, because I often get asked, you know, when are you going to add soccer, and you know, I always come back with, what sport do you want me to drop? And they look at me like, you know, you only have so many kids, and you're not going to grab kids that aren't doing athletics right now. You're going to grab kids that are already participating. And so it takes away numbers. And, you know, we just talked about tennis having great numbers. Well, another sport is going to suffer because of that. And unfortunately, it's our boys cross country. You know, we do have 4 boys out there. But, you know, you need at least 5 to be able to score. And, but the boys, what they're doing is, I just saw last night, they ran their season's best times, and so they're improving. You flip over to the girls' side, we have a unique combination. We have 3 solid seniors that are great leaders, and we've got some very talented freshmen. And those freshmen are out there right now, and they're doing a really good job. So it's exciting to see, and I know anyone that's a part of the cross country program, they're excited, because for a number of years we just didn't have the numbers for the girls, and now this year we do, and they're doing well.
Well, man, I want to thank you for taking the time. Have you got anything big coming up this week you want to highlight?
Well, you know what? Next
in your
week,
channel timed out.
We're on the road a lot.
Wow.
We host volleyball on Tuesday, and the rest of our events are on the road. So as an athletic director, I kind of enjoy that. You get a little bit of a break, especially after this past week hosting so much. But the bottom line is, you know, our kids are going to be out there. We're going to be competing, and it's going to be a fun week. And you know, we get this Labor Day weekend here to kind of relax and enjoy, and then we start right back up on Tuesday.
You know, I don't know how I did this. I forgot about your volleyball team. I mean, they are traditionally one of the best ones around, and they're in full swing now too.
Yeah, and you know what? Last year they shared the conference title with, I believe it was Pioneer, and you know, we're 2-0 in conference, and we're 7-2 overall. And
connection lost.
You know, Coach Evelyn, I just enjoy watching him coach. He does a good job getting the most out of these girls, and we've been blessed over the years to have some height. This year we really don't have the height, but the competitiveness is still there, and it's fun to watch.
I was going to say, usually you just reload at volleyball. I mean, for some reason that's one of those sports with the girls that has really resonated, and you get some good athletes.
Well, you know, we've been blessed. You know, we had the legend Gail Perry that started it.
Yep.
And you know, Coach Evelyn, he hasn't, you know, skipped a beat. You know, he's came in, he's done a great job of moving it forward.
Well, I guess, man, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you got to go get the field ready, so we'll let you go. Hey, quickly, before I let you go, how does this feel to be on the sideline? Is it more stress for you? Because, I mean, you spent so many years, this night was your night. What's it like being able to just watch it?
It is a little bit different. You know, Bremen night was always special for me. And, but yeah, it's a little bit different on this side, especially when we're hosting, because I've got a lot of things that I have to deal with. And so I don't really get to enjoy the game as much as I would like. But it is still fun to get out there when I do have time and stand on the sideline. But I do have to watch myself, because last week I had to remind myself that I was not a coach anymore, and I was trying to do some coaching to the officials, so I had to stop myself.
That'll never go away.
I guess.
Well, man, thanks for taking the time. I guess we'll see you in a few hours.
Sounds good. It's always good talking to you, Rusty.
It's Rodney Eunice, the athletic director at Triton High School. Stay there. We'll be right back.
Absolute
Okay,
Plumbing,
man, thanks so
Heating, and
much,
Cooling
and,
has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
And we're back. A little classic music there. Remember that? Sitting there, what was it on, what day was it they had that on the NFL film stuff?
Yeah.
The frozen tundra, South Indiana. The Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember. I think, was it Saturdays they were on?
I don't remember that either, Rusty. I remember watching it, though.
I watched it all the time. Those old NFL. They still do them. I don't know where they're at anymore, but they still do. Here, boy, man, where are they getting the ice cream?
The ice cream is right down there by the Ernie Watkins Pavilion. And I see
everybody has ice cream coming through here.
And I looked at getting some, but I opted not to. But boy, it sure looks good.
Might have been kind of sloppy. How did you get the note? It's obviously pajama night. How did you know to come in your pajamas?
I pretty much am, Rusty. I mean, people can't see me, but I pretty much am. So I'm comfortable. And speaking of this is a great game.
Oh, it is.
You know, usually you kind of get a feel who's going to win the game by halftime. You know, you kind of sense the stronger team. I don't have it. I really don't know who's going to win this game. They've traded punches. They couldn't be they're as even as they could be. They each had a turnover. Each had some success. Each made big stops. I don't know how this game's going to turn out.
Yeah, it's kind of you're watching two teams with new coaches, new systems, new players, trying to figure out what works the best, I think, and they just keep punching each other to find out, well, is this going to work? Well, they figured that one out. The thing that I'm interested in your take on, it looks like they keep trying something until the other team takes it away, and then they go try something else.
And they each had success on certain plays, certain things. They had, a couple penalties here and there, kind of drive stoppers for each team. But I really don't know how this game's going to turn out. It's going to take a big play or a turnover, I think.
I think it's going to end up being a special teams play.
And at
some point or another, somebody's going to turn field position on a special teams play, and I think that's going to end up being the difference. But let's take a look at a few of the other scores around the area. One that we were watching, and it's kind of what I thought it was going to be. North Judson, after taking one on the chin a week ago, they're out ahead of LaVille now 14-0. They don't like it when Knox beats them. There's no love lost in that matchup.
And we know LaVille's a pretty good team after last week.
Tippecanoe Valley ahead of Rochester right now, 7-0. Elsewhere here, obviously no score yet. We're at halftime. Of interest to some Plymouth fans, West Noble is beating Wawasee in the second quarter, 20-7. Fairfield and Glen. Fairfield with a 14-7 lead at halftime. That's going to be interesting.
That's a good game.
Also, Goshen ahead of South Bend. Washington 21-7. This is the one that caught my eye.
Yeah.
Mishawaka and Penn. Now, this is a grudge match, too. This is one where
it's a war.
They don't like each other very much either. Mishawaka, a Plymouth opponent down the road, they're leading this one 16-13 at halftime. So Mishawaka evidently had, because I know Penn fans, but they were really thought this was going to be a good bunch.
Well, Penn's ranked number 2, so
so that's going to be interesting. Also in progress, Culver Academy and Mishawaka Marion. We have no score on that one. Culver Community and West Central in progress as well. We don't have a score on that. And we're at halftime at the Plymouth-Columbia City game. Columbia City with a 28-0 lead over Plymouth at half. And Knox and Pioneer underway. We don't have a score on that one yet either. Northwood and New Prairie, no score. Warren Central defeating them right now. First quarter, 7-0. Warren Central out in front. Yeah, it's just Warren Central.
I say that's
just Warren
pretty
Central.
formidable.
Yeah, they beat Snyder last week, so why not follow them up with Warren Central? Jimtown and Concord, also Concord ahead 20-6. So those are some scores around the area. We'll keep you up to date on those as they become available to us. Both teams are back out on the field getting ready to go. I want to give a programming note. We had a chance to talk with Justin Grubbs, the athletic director at Bremen as well. We'll hear that interview tomorrow morning on the Saturday Morning Coaches Show. That's my way of giving a shameless plug for the Saturday Morning Show. We're going to talk to all the area coaches coming up at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. We'll also talk to Ashley Koss, head coach at Plymouth, the volleyball coach, and obviously with Justin Groves. You also have our first Tony the Boss Ross Player of the Week Award winner, Sarah Salahoff, Bremen volleyball player. She'll join us for a few minutes on the show tomorrow. So that's all coming up tomorrow. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll have the second half kickoff. We have no score at halftime here. Triton and Bremen. The Max 98.3 Game of the Week.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marion University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marion University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marion and beyond. Find out more about Marion University's Ancilla College through our website at marion.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. We're about ready for the second half kickoff. Boy, great crowd here tonight. A lot of folks. They haven't been disappointed. This has been a slugfest from the time it started, and it just goes. It's like an old-time football game. You got two coaches down here, and basically they're going to run something until you take it away from them, and then they're going to try something else. Both teams just really trying to run the football. Yeah. They've had success, and then the defense has figured it out and taken it back. So it's been really a great game to watch.
It has. It's been a quick game. I mean, it's been a fast pace with mostly runs. Triton gets the ball to start the second half. Bremen, their fans are probably happy now, Rusty. They're finally out of the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing we see at Plymouth or whatever. The opposing team's always facing the sun, it seems like.
Concord is like that, too.
Man.
I mean, it seems like everybody has the visiting fans are looking right into the sun. So they can see it a little better, I would imagine, here in the second half. As we're getting ready to kick off, Jack Wildauer will kick it off for Bremen here. It's only the second kickoff of the game.
Doesn't mean you're quiet. Let's go.
The opening was the first one. And Wildauer will kick it off to 3 men deep. It's a high kick right down the middle. It's going to come down to the guy on the right side, and that is Ryder Gayhart. He gets up to midfield, and he's knocked down there. One thing you see, you don't always see, number 54 down there in the middle on the return, all deep. That's Vinny Prater. Once you know who it is, you know why. Vinny Prater is just a heck of a running back, and he's, you talk about a teammate. He's also, according to Andy Barker the other night when I was out at practice, he says he's got to be one of the top 3 blockers on this team. He's going to be great for us. He's going to be huge for us. We're going to do anything offensively playing that line position. So he has dropped down to one of those line positions. And now Triton with the football. They'll start at 1st and 10 at the 26. Lone running back is Obermeyer behind Ripple. Snap, he'll hand it off to him, and Obermeyer grabbed as he tries to go by. He'll get a little bit beyond the 30, and a pickup of 3 or 4. It'll be second down.
And that's an okay first try. Obermeyer's got to be careful of holding the ball there. He had that a little bit high. Bremen's going to keep punching it like they did the first half.
He did have a fumble there late that gave some people some concern here at the end of the first half.
I don't think he had a real good handle on that ball.
Comes out now, second down and 7. Football at the 31. Snap and handoff again. Obermeyer over the left side. I think he tripped on his own player's foot as he went around the side. He's going to be close to the first down. They're going to mark him down at the 36-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Good positive play. 3rd down and manageable. Yeah, I don't know that they wouldn't use 4 downs on this, Rusty, but I think they're going to hope they don't have to.
Well, I would think so too, but the way your defense is played, you can take that gamble, I think.
But the way you punt.
That makes it even more important. You make a good point. Obermeyer, the right side.
Not going to matter.
He will have just enough. First down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
They'll mark it just shy of the 40. Actually, they're going to take it all the way back to the 39.
They still gave him a first, but
I
boy.
know, but that's a lot closer than I thought it was.
I mean, there's some.
Whoa.
I don't know. I could never be an official.
That.
It's about a 2 or 3 yard difference.
That is at least a yard and a half further back than I thought where they were going to mark him down. But anyway, 1st and 10, football at the 39. Ripple has him out. Hand off to Obermeyer. He'll cut it back. That zone read started to the right side. The only room was up the middle. He'll get another couple. They'll knock him down across the 40 this time. I'll wait until they put it down. See, that's a yard further back than I thought he was. They'll put him at the 41. Gain of about a yard and a half.
I look for Riffle to fake this one. He's going to pull this and run it himself, I think.
That is what they're running, that spread option. It's designed to run. Everybody looks at this, they throw the foot. No, it's designed to run the football. Riffle.
Bremen's coming.
Snap, and they are, and he's going to keep it. You're right, and gets off to the left side.
There we go.
Wide open hole. Riffle read it perfectly to the left side, picked up 10, and it's all going to be for naught. They're coming back.
Boy, timely penalties. That would have been a first down run right at midfield. Now they're going to be back around the 30.
So the holding call, and there was no doubt in the official's mind. He threw that in there right away. Wasn't like it was a late flag. And they'll put it down all the way back at the 33. So it'll be second down, and I'm going to call it 16.
That penalty brings up 2nd down and 16.
But that's about a 17-yard difference in field position.
There you go. Well, yeah. He had the first down.
Yeah.
He was right out of about midfield. So let's see if you got a 15-yard play in your playbook here for second down.
They're going to have to.
Officials timeout here. I don't know what that's about.
I think Triton got lucky on that one.
Yeah, they have an equipment issue here. Mosier's going to come off. One of the officials wanted Logan Mosier to go. It's with his helmet, so. Well, actually, maybe it's blood. They're going to work on his arm, his elbow. But, yeah, Triton catches a huge break there, because that was going to be an either hurry it up or take a 5-yard penalty. Wide receiver to the right.
Yeah.
Running back to the right of Riffle in motion. Man misses the snap, and it gets into the hands of Riffle. Once again, that design quarterback sweep. There's some there, but boy, that was closed up quickly. And out there, Wildauer on the tackle along with Logan Fredrickson. I know you were talking about him before the game. He is a man.
He is. He just looks the part. I mean, warm up. You can kind of pick those guys that are going to stand out.
You can tell just by the way they go about their business.
Their mannerism on the field, their leadership. And he was one of those that kind of stood out to me.
Riffle brings them out of the huddle. 3rd down, 13. 36, clock running at 8:21, no score. Snap, throw out here to the left side. It is caught by Gavin Riffle. He's hit almost immediately. He'll pick up about 3, and it'll be at the 40-yard line, 4th and 10.
Well, it looks like they're going to punt. We'll see what kind of snap we have here. This has been an adventure for him each time so far.
We don't know if Jaden Obermeyer can kick. He's had to pick up a...
We know he can run.
Short hop twice, so he'll be back to punt again.
I kind of think Bremen's looking for this.
Yeah, Jack will. They're probably going to, they don't send everybody. He does get the punt off. It'll hit about the 35, takes a little bit of a Triton roll down to the 28, and that's where Bremen will start, 1st and 10.
Again, Triton had something going there. That penalty just took them out. They would have had 1st down at the 50-yard line, and, boy, timely penalty.
So 1st and 10, Bremen. You think they're going to run the football?
I think so.
They do.
I think I would.
They do have Rodriguez out for this series.
I like Rodriguez. I think he's going to be a player. He's only a freshman. He
really runs a nice route. You watch him run it, he knows how to get himself open. He's wide to the left, and that power set again to the right. They're going to hand it. Go that way.
Whoa.
Boy, what a tackle. Coming in out of nowhere, Colton Reynolds saved a big gain. Still a small one on the play, as it'll get out to the 29, 2nd down and 9.
He filled that gap awful quick. Being a senior there, he didn't want to lose his last game to Bremen.
He came through there and made a nice tackle that saved a big gain. So 2nd down and 9 now. Clock running at 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. We have no score. Out of the huddle, that power set to the right. 2 big fullbacks off the back of the tackle there. Going to run that side. Reading
nice
the block
move
into the middle. Really nice run there by Jace Pippinger as he'll get out to the 35. So a pickup of about 5 or 6. Where are they going to put it down? Yeah, we'll call it 6. 3rd and 4 now. Football at the 36-yard line.
Looks like we got a Bremen player down. Maybe, hopefully that's just a cramp.
Looks like a cramp to me. That's Pippinger. I don't want to lose him, and they're going to come out and take a look at him. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to stretch him out here. That calf muscle just, and he's got the long socks on too. They say that makes it worse if you wear your socks up high. That's why most football players wear them down.
Who says that?
I've
never heard that.
That's all I've heard. That contributes to it if you wear your socks high.
I thought the socks were down to show off your calf muscles.
Well, that too, but there's something about the ability to get air to the muscle that makes it not cramp up as much. That's why the NFL players hate the uniform rules, because they got to wear those long socks. And they cramp up in the early season until it gets cooler out.
See, I just learned something there.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't know that.
And you know what? I could be full of it, too.
You could be, but I'm going to take it to heart. I believe that.
But I sell it, don't I?
You did.
That's what I have always heard. It's what trainers have told me. It's why when I was a player, I always wore my socks down low, because I didn't want to get a cramp. Of course, then you're a swimmer, and you just cramp up anyway. You just deal with it. Which is what I ended up doing. 3rd down and 2. And everybody, boy, they are really tight now. Triple on that right side, and I
don't think he got it.
Boy, I tell you what, they answered that call. They had They had all but 3 guys on the right side of the football firing forward in the handoff. They stopped it, so it's 4th and 1, and now Bremen going to punt.
And this is a big decision. It looks like they're going to punt, like you said, but I don't know.
4th and 1, your quarterback is your punter. Now rushing on at the last second, Dominic Bradley for Triton. Snap is good. Wildauer has it, and he loses the handle. And there's a fumble. Jack Wildauer was getting rushed. He was trying to get himself some space to punt it, and then as he dropped it, he literally dropped it, and it's a fumble, turnover, and Triton will have it in great field position at the 29.
Boy, there's your special team play.
You know, it's interesting. All the teams that we're going to see probably for another week, maybe 2, have punt team trouble. They don't get to practice it in the preseason. It's not a part of any of the scrimmages. Every time we see that first game of the season, there's always it's not the same to just practice it in practice. So now wide out to the right. Overmeyer, the running back, in motion. They'll hand it off to Quintana across the grain on the counter, and he maybe gets a yard. Boy, this defense just swarms to the ball.
They did. They strung that out really nice. Nowhere to go.
Gain of a yard as Quintana is brought to the ground. So 2nd down and 9. Coming onto the field now, Caden Bradley, as Cameron Callahan will come to the sideline, bringing the play in. Is Bradley. Riffle calls it, and they're ready to go. Clock running at 5:12. We have no score. Bremen and Triton here on the Max 98.3 game of the week. Riffle sends a man in motion. Quintana again. They go back the other way. This time to the left, and Quintana finds some room to run. He'll get himself all the way down to the 15-yard line. Helmet comes off one of the linemen down there. It looks like Chris Benton is going to have to come out and put it back on. That's not Benton. That's 58. That is Preston Brookins, and that's your center.
And that's kind of a key.
That it could be a big thing here. First down by First Source Bank. Football at the 18-yard line. Riffle out, Overmeyer, snap, hands it off to Overmeyer. He's tripped up as he goes by. Nice play out there on the outside by the linebacker, Derek Miller. And so it'll be 2nd down now, gain of about 1.
Triton's got a real opportunity here. They got to capitalize on this turnover.
Franklin Sullivan was the center for that snap, did a nice job. Brookins back now.
He did, and that's something you won't see in a box score, but that was really important.
You're exactly right. And as we've seen over the years, that snap isn't an easy one. Ripple gets another one. He'll hand it to Overmeyer. He follows his blockers, just picking his way, and he'll get about 5. He's going to be down near the 10.
And you're right. He did just follow his blockers there. He had 2 guys in front of him, and that was a really patient run there.
So it's going to be 3rd down, and just a little more than 4.
I'd run your best play. If you got a 2-point conversion play, I'd run it about right now, Rusty. This is really important.
3rd and 4. And Riffle calls the play. Better hurry. It's under 10 on the play clock. Sends the receiver Callahan wide to the right. Snap. And the fake handoff coming back up the middle is Riffle, and he has a nice game. He'll pick up 6 or 7. They're going to mark him down at the 4. It's 1st and goal.
Well, you know what? Triton did it to Bremen. Stopped him inside the 1st and goal. So we'll see what Bremen can do here.
Riffle with the perfect read on the read option as he faked it to Overmeyer coming across the right. And then just drove it right back up the middle. Everybody had flowed with the play to the right side.
I think Riffle's going to want to keep the ball in his hands here. I just think he kind of feels it.
Shown the ability to make something happen here. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it again, going to the right, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to get there.
I say he let up a little too soon.
Yeah, he did. Braden Parrish introduced himself rudely at the corner, but Riffle able to get to that corner quickly, and he'll get the score. 6-0 now as Triton draws first blood.
You just kind of felt that he wanted, he kind of had a rhythm going there, and he wasn't going to give that ball up.
Callahan will come on. Senior wide receiver and also the place kicker here. Trying for the extra point. This could be huge. Snap is good. The kick.
No idea.
Drive. And
there we go.
Good. Yeah, I always wait for the signal. I learned that a few years ago. 2:51 to play. And they are going to call it good. We have an illegal substitution. I don't know if that's going to be on Bremen or that's going to be on Triton. So it looks like they're going to have to kick it again.
That could come back and haunt you, Rusty.
That could definitely.
You're taking points off the board.
That just drives you crazy.
Oh, man.
Coach, too, when points come off the board.
In a game like this.
Yeah. So now it's going to be a long extra point. Riffle will get the snap at about the 16. Now they're going to put it at the 14. So this is a 24-yard attempt for an extra point.
Now it's 5 yards back.
Callahan ready to go for a second time. Snap, it's good. Line drive again, right into the line. It's blocked.
Yep.
And so no extra point. Take points off the board. It's never a good thing.
That's a tough penalty there.
We'll take a break. We come back. We'll have the kickoff. It is 6-0. Triton, 2:51 to play in the third. Max 98.3 is game of the week.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. Triton has put themselves in the first lead of the game. They get the first touchdown, 6-0 the score here. They'll kick it off. I tell you, this has kind of been the story of this game. For every success one of these teams has had, it's been kind of a sour success. You get the score, but then Bremen comes back and takes the extra point away from them.
And due to a penalty. I mean, and penalties have eaten each team up tonight.
So Callahan will kick it off. He has got 3 men back deep. It's going to be Jack Rodriguez on the far side. Looks like Pierce here to the left, and Wildauer and Pippinger now goes back, but he'll let the man on the right, Wildauer, take the return, and he'll bring it all the way out to the 35, and Bremen will have a 1st and 10 there.
Nice starting field position. We'll see how they respond. Triton kind of figured out a few things there, but they scored off that turnover, off that punt. Like you said, that was a big special team play.
And sometimes, though, having that extra point gives you just that little weird momentum.
Yeah, because you can win 7-6. You can win with a touchdown.
So Bremen will get their first shot at it here, trailing in this game, 6-0. They're going to go with the wide set. They go 5 wide here. 4 wide with a running back. Wildauer takes the snap. He'll go to the left, or right, I should say. Looking to throw. Overthrows Rodriguez. He was open again.
He was.
He has been open every time they've sent him in a pattern. You can see why a freshman's playing varsity football.
And I can't tell if he's really fast or just a good route runner or a little bit of both because he's not very big.
And there hasn't really been a defender close to him tonight. He was open there, and Wildauer just didn't have a chance to set his feet and throw it. So now that spread wide set again, the only running back is in the backfield. Derek Miller next to Wildauer. Snap. Looking to the right again, throws it over the middle, has Parrish. Parrish breaks a tackle, spins, he'll get down to the 41. Pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd down now and 5.
Bremen they're kind of opening up here with a pass, aren't they, Rusty?
Yeah. It's obvious they have two separate packages. They have that heavy package where they come out and they just try to put hat on hat and blow you away. And then they've got this one. Here we go again. 5 wide again. All the tall, fast guys out there now. Wildauer ready to go. Snap. He'll roll to the left, looking to throw. Has a man open. He's going to throw it to Rodriguez again. Yeah. Somehow snuck into that seam, and he was standing wide open at the 45. And play there by Bradley as he's able to take him to the turf, but not before the first down. Brought to you by First Source Bank at the 45. Nice pickup for Bremen.
Couple nice passes there, and again, Rodriguez just sat down there in the empty part of the zone there and wide open.
They'll go back to the wide receiver spread, trips to the right side this time. Single receiver to the left, running back is Parrish. Snap, back to throw again. Looking over the middle. And Wildauer will just pull it down and run it this time, and he'll pick up about 6. He's knocked down at the 42-yard line. It'll be second down.
I think that was pretty much a designed run from the get-go. Good pickup, though. Boy, they got something going here.
Derek Miller is the running back here in this set. Parrish goes out to one of those wide receiver spots. You got Rodriguez out there as well. Cole Mason has been out there for the last few plays, one of the wide receivers. Big, tall Mason. You know which one he is. He comes out here to the right this time. He's the single wide receiver, trips to the left. Snap. Back to throw again. Wildauer looking for a man. He's got one open. He's going to float it out there. A dangerous pass.
Oh.
And Wildauer was blasted.
He was. He got hit right on the throat.
As he released the football, Prater really laid a hit on Wildauer.
And let's say that was a clean hit. He just, yeah.
Absolutely, but that's why it was a little bit over the head of Parrish, who had sat in there right in that spot between the zone.
I thought he might have been coming out. Now they're bringing in their heavy package.
Yep.
So
they're going to bring the heavy guys back out.
I don't know that he didn't lose his breath right there the way he was kind of wincing.
They're going to hand it off, give him a chance.
They better get going. They're going to have to call timeout.
There's 1 second, and yep, they're going to have to call timeout. The play didn't get out there fast enough. So Bremen forced to call a timeout to save the down, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Triton with a 6-0 lead. We'll be right back.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download, with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee as the Trojans have pulled out to a 6-0 lead here in the third quarter. 53 seconds left here. Bremen forced to call a timeout to save the down, save the yardage, actually. And so now they'll go with that heavy package, both the fullbacks to the right, wide receiver to the right. Jack Wildauer, snap, hands it off. Parrish hit almost as soon as he got the handoff. Nowhere to go on that one. As a host of blue jerseys there to bring Parrish down for no gain.
I don't know. What do you do here, Rusty? You're getting ready to go almost in the fourth quarter. You got fourth and about 6.
Well, what I do is I say there's 32 seconds left here in the third quarter at 6-0 Triton. Fortunately, I don't have to make a call. Looks like they're going to punt. They better hurry. 14 seconds on the play clock.
I'd watch it if I was Triton, though, for that fake punt.
Wildauer is the quarterback, is the punter. Back deep is Obermeyer. Snap is a little high. Kick away. On the floor, and that's 36.
Wow.
Isaac Quintana came free. Wildauer couldn't get the space he needed to punt the football. Quintana blocked it, picked it up on the hop, and takes it to the house. A 35-yard punt block return. And just like that, it's 12-0 Triton with 0.6 seconds left here in the third quarter.
2 special team block punts, muff punts. That's why I thought Bremen might have just went for that.
Now we're going to have a...
Do you go for 2 here?
Well, I think it looks like that's what they're going to do. Callahan is out there. They had lined up, and now they came back. So we'll see.
They don't want an illegal substitution again.
Callahan is a wide receiver, so he would probably stay out here if they do it. And it looks like they're going for 2.
I think you should. You're up 2 scores now.
They send Gavin Riffle back out into this package, and now Gage Riffle has him out of the huddle. And Obermeyer's to his right, wides to the left side. He'll throw it right over the middle. Bullet pass right into the hands. Looks like Maddox, the tight end. That little release back across the middle. Riffle just took it and fired it as hard as he could right into the middle of Maddox Denny. So 2 points on the board makes it 14-0 Triton with 0.6 seconds left here in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee. Couple of breaks here on the special teams, and Triton has taken advantage. They take a 14-0 lead. This will probably be, well, definitely be the last play of the third quarter, as Callahan will go back to kick it off back deep. Wildauer on the left side. You got Pippinger in the middle and Rodriguez on the right to receive this kick from Callahan. 14-0 Triton. And it's the last minute of this quarter has really been the difference in this game. Rodriguez will get it. He'll bring it up the right hash, gets spun, gets out of it, down the sideline, makes a man miss. He's finally thrown out of bounds in front of the Bremen bench at the 40. And if there's a bright spot in this game, it is Jake Rodriguez.
It is. He's going to be a player in the next 3 years.
Plays that wideout position. He's just a freshman, or at least that's what the roster says. But, boy, he isn't playing like a freshman. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. And we'll take another quick break. We come back. We've got the final 12 to play. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. And it is Triton 14, Bremen nothing.
REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee. We start the fourth quarter. Bremen with the football. They'll have it 1st and 10. They are on their side of the 50 at the 37. Boy, this was just a slugfest for better part of 3 quarters, and now a couple of special teams plays have broken it open for Triton. Wildauer with a snap. He'll roll to the right, looking to throw. Nowhere to go. He finds a man open. Guess who? Rodriguez makes a guy miss. Comes back up across the 50. And first, well, they're going to bring him all the way back to the 45. He made a nice move.
He must have stepped out of bounds that we couldn't see. But, yeah, Bremen's going to have to go with a little bit of urgency here now. They got 2 scores, and, you know, the game hasn't played that quick so far. So
Rodriguez had gotten to the 50, but they say he stepped out after the catch at the 45, so it's 2nd and 4. Will Dower once again, 5 wides, snap, looking to throw. Goes to the right side, and it hung up in the air a little bit.
Boy, that was kind of late.
Could go either way as well. We're going to have an interference flag. I'm going to say that
that's a tough call.
The defender, Gavin Riffle, got a little bit too much of Parrish as he was coming over the middle, but yeah, I got to agree with you. They were both fighting for the ball, but you're right. They're going to call it on Riffle.
And it came in a little bit late. I don't know that ball was catchable. I mean, I'm not saying it's a wrong call. That was a tough call for Triton. Good call for Bremen.
The throw was a little bit behind the receiver. Parrish was coming back to get it. He and Riffle just seemed to be in the same spot at the same time. They're going to call Riffle for interference. It'll be a first down brought to you by First Source Bank for Bremen at the 45. 4 wides again. Snap, back, screen pass over the middle. Goes to Miller. He's got some room to run. He gets to the sideline, runs into a defender, drives him down the field a few yards. Good run by Miller after the catch on the screen. He's down to the 35, and it's going to be just shy of a first down.
But he got out of bounds, and that was kind of a big thing, too. And they set that screenplay up nicely.
Well, they're going to keep the clock running.
Oh, I thought they...
I thought so, too. 2nd down now and 2. I thought for sure they ran him out of bounds. He didn't go to the ground. Wildauer, snap, looking to throw. We got a whistle and a flag before the play even starts. That's usually a false start. And a flag was thrown out here in front of the Triton bench. It's going to be against. Oh, I was going to say, you better. Illegal procedure, and they're going to call it against Bremen. The initial call was against Triton. They've already walked it off. Now we got a problem.
Yeah, because they don't know where the ball's off.
And the sticks had already moved up for the first down. So now you got to figure out where the football was. The illegal procedure was initially signaled against Triton.
It's going to be 2nd and about 7.
Eventually, if they figure out where it's supposed to be 2nd and 7 from, because the chains had moved up, now they move them back again.
It's 2nd down. We do know that.
We do know it's 2nd down. We know it's a 5-yard penalty, so it's 2nd and 7. Football at the 41. Bremen will have it back. Wildauer, double wides, men in the slot.
They got him.
Offside.
Got it right back.
Obermeyer, the end on the right side here, jumped trying to get off the ball. They'll get it right back. So they trade 5-yard penalties, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 2 again. 11-11 to play here in the final quarter. And Triton with a 14-0 lead. Bremen needs to get something going quickly here. 2 scores down in the last quarter. 4 wide again. Wildauer ready to go. Takes the snap. Looking to throw to the left side. Throws it over the middle. He's got a man open. Parrish, and a great defensive play and interception. Gage Ripple came across, played center field perfectly at safety. Stepped in front of that pass and took it away from Parrish.
With the interception of the Wildauer pass.
Parrish was running wide open down the numbers in front of the Triton bench. The ball just sailed and
just
hung up.
Just kind of hung up there. Got too much air underneath it.
Riffle read it perfectly and played, basically that's what you call it. He played center field.
And that's where the safety should be. He played that the whole way. I think the Bremen receiver thought he was going to catch that ball.
Absolutely thought he was going to catch that ball. There was nobody near him when Wildauer let it go, and Riffle read the throw and came back across and made a perfect play from that safety spot. So the big turnover gives it to Triton, 1st and 10 at the 49 of Bremen. Snap, handoff to Obermeyer. He runs it to the left side. He'll get down to about the 43 before he's drugged down. Tackle there by Grant Beery. Tried to strip it free. Now, Obermeyer has fumbled once, But right now, trying to position, they can just run the football here, and just the clock is your friend with 10:30 to play.
And every first down is going to be another couple of minutes off the clock, so they just need to grind it out here.
2nd down and 5. Riffle. Wide receiver to the right, handoff back to the left. It's going to be Obermeyer again. He's going to be close. Depends on the spot. They're going to have him short.
I didn't think it was that short. I shouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
it's been an interesting night for
it has
spotting the football.
And this is right in front of us too, so we got a pretty good line on this.
Now, I will give this guy in front of the Triton bench credit. He did call it there. That's where he wanted.
That's where he called. Yeah, but before they didn't take his spot.
Yeah, they didn't. So ball right at the 40. 3rd down and 1. Man in the slot to the left. Snap. Handoff back to the right.
No, go under center.
Good play. Obermeyer. Great job by Berry again to shoot that, and takes him down about a 6-yard loss all the way back to the 46.
Half a yard. They've shown that they can go underneath center. I would have liked a quarterback sneak there.
Clock begins, or still running at 9:13.
I think they're going to go for it because their punts have been very suspect so far.
They have been an adventure on the punt team. Riffle will call a play, and he'll come out, and it is 4th and long, football at the 46. Wide receiver to the right, fakes the handoff up the middle. Riffle will keep it. He'll get back close to the 40. Drug back. They're going to mark him down at the 42. So the ball will turn over there. It'll be 1st and 10 Bremen at the 42.
Trojan first down, so we're looking at.
There's still time. You got 8:49 to go. 2 scores they're going to need, but they have plenty of time.
You bounce 3 snaps, though. I think I agree with that. You bounce 3 snaps, you bounce one now, you could be giving them the football back.
I think that was the right play to go for it.
Boy, the punt teams just take a beating the first couple of weeks. And it's that long snap.
It's the snapper. Yeah, the snapper.
He takes a real talent. I mean, that's why they pay those guys hundreds of thousands of dollars in the NFL, just the long snap. That's what I told my kids. You want to play in the NFL, be a long snapper. They can't hit you, and you get paid. Here's a whistle and a timeout. I'm not sure if Bremen called that.
Yeah, they probably don't want to have.
They did.
They didn't want to call that, I don't think.
So a timeout, Bremen with 8:49 to play, 14-0 lead for Triton. And we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee, Bremen out of the timeout. Have a first down play called here. 8:49 to play. Triton with a 14-0 lead. And Bremen trying to get on the board here. Trips to the right, wide receiver to the left, rolling to the right. Wildauer has a man in the flat. He'll be drugged down. Short pass, short gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Again, I was watching Rodriguez there. He was running free. He had nobody around him. I don't know they could have got the ball to him, but
Pippinger with the catch in the flat, a pickup of 2, 2nd and 8. Wide receivers to both sides, 2 men in the slot here, here to the left. Wildauer gets a snap, back to throw, rolls to the left, looking that way. Now he's got some pressure, and boy, I'll tell you what, he was not getting away from Shue.
That was a big play.
Brady Shue and the 6'5", 315-pound defensive tackle, and he can run. Don't be fooled by the size. He can run, and he just chased Wildauer down, and a huge sack. Has it all the way back at the 35. 3rd and 17. Triton with a 14-0 lead. Bremen has had trouble getting anything going offensively. 2 men in the slot to the left here. Rodriguez, the wideout, to that side. They're going to roll to that side, looking. They're going to throw it to the deep man, and another interception. That one just got thrown up for grabs. Slusser was open for a little bit, but just not nearly enough juice on that one to get it by. It looked almost like a punt. Went straight up in the air, and it's intercepted. Now we're going to have a discussion. I'm not sure if there was a flag or what we're talking about here. And unsportsmanlike against Triton is what they're going to call.
I think they'll still get the turnover,
it's
though.
It's a dead ball call, probably for excessive celebration.
Yeah, that throw almost looked like a desperation throw there. I mean,
he threw it up for grabs, and it got grabbed. So the interception by Triton. And it'll be first down. Trojans are going to walk off the penalty here. And sometimes I wonder about that celebration rule. I get it, but, you're talking about
16-year-old kids.
14 to 18-year-old kids, and you have a big play like that against this could be a huge win for Triton, for Andy Barker, his first one as head coach here. That means a lot to him, and sometimes you get emotional, darn it.
We don't know what he did, though.
No,
yeah,
we don't. Now, that's why I always like working the sideline, because you would understand why sometimes the flag got going.
And we talked about trying to do that at some point.
Yeah,
somebody down there. That would just be.
Got to figure out a way to work the sideline for a game. That would be fun. Triton with it now. They have it at the 23-yard line after the penalty. As Overmeyer runs to the sideline, you can see the thought process there.
Yeah, hold the ball.
Veteran halfback, hold the ball, but stop before you get to the sideline. Keep the clock running. He could have taken that and maybe made a couple of yards going to that side, but thought better of it and just chopped his feet and waited for the tackle to keep the clock going. So a loss of about 2.
You don't want to go backwards, though, because like we said, their punts have been.
You're exactly right.
I mean, that could put Bremen right back into the game. I think Bremen knows that, too.
They'll come out again. Overmeyer, the running back, next to Riffle. Wide receiver to the right, man in the slot. Snap. He'll pitch it over to Overmeyer on the left side. He's going to cut it back now to the right. Big block by Riffle. Gets him free. Couple of yards. Gets to the corner. It's going to be a first down. Gage Riffle, the quarterback, as Overmeyer took that pitch and went to the left side. Nothing there. Reverse field. Riffle was able to get him enough of a chip block to spring him free to the corner, and it's a first down for Triton.
Sponsored by First Source Bank.
And the clock will continue to run, 6:13.
For the Triton Trojans.
That is a double whammy to Bremen. The clock is not their friend. They need the ball. They need points. They trail at 14-0. Overmeyer, the running back, is next to Riffle. Man in the slot on the right side. Snap, handoff, and Riffle reads it, or I should say Overmeyer reads it back up the middle. Nothing there as he's met by a gang of green tacklers.
That's okay.
So it'll be second down, pickup of about 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I would say Bremen's defense has played really well tonight.
Been fantastic.
I mean, the the special teams plays have really hurt them, but their defense has really stepped up tonight.
I got to agree with you.
Pretty impressed with a lot of players on that Bremen side.
Got to find something on that offensive side, though. There hasn't been a lot of success there, as Triton's defense as well has had a great game. Riffle. Runner to his left is Overmeyer. He'll hand it to him as he comes back to the right.
Boy, that was a nice play.
And it will be a gain, maybe. Yeah, they're going to give him just the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down and long. And once again, clock running at 4:57, but the way the punt team has worked here, I almost think you're still in 4-down territory.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they're nearing midfield. They won't get there, but...
You got a 2-score lead, so this is a huge play. 3rd down and 8. Clock running at 4:38. Snap. They're going to throw it. A double move, and great defense by Pippinger. Stride for stride with Callahan down the sideline, and he knocks it away at the last second. And with 4:30 to play, Bremen will get the football, maybe back.
I
They're
think
going to bring the punt team out.
they are, and I kind of question that call. That stops the clock, so that's Bremen's friend right there. But they were going for the home run there. Running the ball would have, took another 40 seconds off the clock.
And Pippinger with just a great defense. He was stride for stride with Callahan. Perfect defense.
Good
snap is a good one. Kick is away. And it's going to come down about the 30 in the arms of Wildauer. He gets a running start on it, but a great job of coverage.
That was a good coverage by a freshman we talked about.
Another freshman, Tyler Payton.
Yep.
I tell you what, if I had more freshmen like that, when I'd still be coaching, man. He's happy. He's happy. He is a strong-looking young man for a freshman. 5'9", 155 is what they say, but boy, he
must have bigger shoulder pads on or something.
He's put together pretty good for a freshman. 1st and 10, and the football at the 38 now. Bremen will have a shot at it. 4:26 clock stop. They'll come out in that spread look. Men in the slots to both sides. Snap back to throw Wildauer. Looking for an open receiver over the middle. Has one. And a great defensive play. Rodriguez. Or no, that was Slusser, it looks like. Yeah, Slusser had it go through his hands, but a nice job defensively from behind as Quintana came up and laid a hit on him. So 2nd down now. Clock stopped at 4:20, a 14-0 Triton lead. Football at the 38. Brady Shue going to come over here and take a little bit of a breather. Wildauer has him out. That spread look, been in the slots both sides, back to throw. Looking to the right side. Has a man coming across the middle, underthrows him. Pippinger was open, but throw under just a little bit too short.
Just never got his feet set. He was kind of, wheeling backwards as he threw that. I think some of those hits in the previous series kind of ringing in the back of his head there.
Jack Wildauer has taken some shots tonight. He has stood in there and delivered the ball, but he's paid for it after the fact. He'll have him out again. Once again, they've got wides to both sides, men in the slots to both sides. Snap back to throw. Rolls to the left, looking for somewhere to go. Chased out of the pocket. He's going to put it down and run.
Ooh, they're going to give him another 15.
They better give him another 15. He got ripped into the bench, and Wildauer down on the track here. He's going to try to get up, but boy, that was
He's underneath the benches on the track, yeah.
He definitely could have had a flag on that, as Wildauer had obviously run out of bounds, and he got laid into the bench. And he's getting some help back to the huddle. He's walking gingerly. There is a flag.
They're going to get another 15 of that. He was definitely out of bounds there.
He was well out of bounds. He was past the stripe line there. So just a little bit overzealous on the tackle. Give 15 more.
He gives him a little bit of time to kind of catch his breath and reorganize.
Shake the cobwebs out. He got driven into the bench pretty hard. He was clear over on the track.
But that penalty puts Bremen in a good position here. There's still over 4 minutes to go. They're still in this game.
4:08, 14-0 Triton lead. That is a costly mistake. Wildauer now. Men in the slots to both sides. Running back is Miller. He's basically there to protect his quarterback. Back to throw, Wildauer. Flushed out to the right side this time. Has a man in the fat, Slusser. He'll come forward. He gets maybe 5. Drug down at the 27. So it'll be 2nd down now. Boy, that's not good news for Triton. Colton Reynolds gets up a little bit gimpy.
He got blocked hard there. I didn't see who did it, but they kind of, I don't want to say blindsided him, but boy, they pegged him.
He'll stay out. Coming out now is Shue again to replace another lineman. Back to throw, Wildauer. Looking over the middle. Has a man over, shoots him, and a hit by Preston Brookins.
And we got a Bremen Not sure who that is. Got two Bremen guys.
I think that might be Slusser, the receiver, got his legs cut really hard as Brookins made sure that he wasn't going to draw that in. And now, as you said, another lying down back here in the backfield. I think that might be Wildauer.
It might be. I was watching the ball. I didn't see the hit.
I did not see the hit either. They are working on somebody down there, and
well, he's going to have to come out of play.
That's who it is. Jack Wildauer is going to get a help up from the trainer here. So he'll have to come out of the game, and he's looking a little bit like they're going to take a look at him for concussion protocol, I got to believe. He's got that weaving walk that says, I'm not quite sure where I'm at right now.
One tough kid. He has played awful hard tonight.
You ain't
made
kidding.
some really nice plays.
Defensively as well, he has taken a lot of shots and stood in there and delivered every time. And he will go to the sideline here for a quick check. And it looks like that is going to bring Miles Green out. Actually, that almost looks like Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to throw the football. He's rolled out to the left, looking for somewhere to go. Tucks it down. He's going to run it. Gets to the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds. The clock will stop. And a nice gain for Rodriguez.
That was, yeah. I couldn't tell if he was fast before, but he just showed some speed there.
He just beat everybody to the corner. Now, here's a huge play. 4th down and 5. Football at the 26. This is the ball game right now for Bremen.
And Rodriguez is still in there as a freshman.
3:16 to play. And as we said, Jack Wildauer, I'm sure, is going to be over there until he can convince people he doesn't have a concussion. Double wides, men in the slots. Back to throw Rodriguez. Looking over the middle. Throws it into the... had a guy coming open, but overthrew him. Just threw it a little bit too quick, and so it's incomplete. And the ball turnover on downs. Triton now with a chance to run this out. Couple of first downs away here. I think Bremen still has 2 timeouts left. They had to call one earlier to make sure they didn't lose the field position.
Yeah, that was really important. They needed to score in that series right there. Being 2 scores down now with 3:10 to go, it's a pretty tough climb.
Becomes an easy job for your offensive coordinator if you're in blue. You just don't fumble.
Yeah, no turnovers.
So Riffle brings him out. He's got Obermeyer behind him in that pistol. He'll hand it to him. Obermeyer makes a few guys miss, gets into the secondary.
Did he stay in?
I think they're going to call him in. We'll see.
Yep, clock's going.
He's going to stay in. They'll keep the clock moving. The football will be at the 33. It'll be 2nd down and about 4.
2nd and 3.
And obviously trying in no hurry to get a play going here. They've got 20 on the play clock. I'd be surprised if you don't see them run that completely down every time here. They'll break the huddle at 10, so they better hurry up here. Riffle ready to go. 4 on the play clock. Snap. Fumbled. Riffle recovers it. He'll just run to the left and get tackled. Just the big thing there is don't lose the ball. He mishandled that snap.
But that was a good snap. I think he just kind of took his eye off that.
I think he was looking at something else and not the ball. Now Wildauer back on the field. Boy, what a warrior.
He is.
What a warrior. He is back at that safety spot.
And like we said, Bremen's defense is real. I mean, they've played a real nice game.
Very well. 3rd down now and 5. Clock running, minute 46. First down here would pretty much end it. Still going to be a hard task, even if they do get a break. Now a whistle and a delay game penalty.
Yeah.
Minute 37 left. Snap got off just as the clock ran out, so they'll move it back 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Football will go back to just outside the 25-yard line, but clock starts again at 1:35. See, I don't understand why the clock is still running. Why would you snap the ball again?
Snap? I don't think it should be.
And the runner to the right side is Riffle. Left side, I should say. He'll get a couple. It'll be 4th down. And the punt team comes out.
They call a timeout.
Timeout by Triton. Probably want to make sure they get them out there. 1:09 to play.
Well, if Triton calls a timeout, why wouldn't you let the clock run down another 30 seconds and then call the timeout?
Or just let it. Obviously, they kept it running after a delay a game call, and you just let it run out. Let them call delay a game for the rest of the game. That's my question.
Well, it looks like Triton's going to come away with a victory, though, unless something really crazy happens. With a good win for Triton after last week.
This has been a slugfest. People are going to look at this and say, well, 14-0. They must say, I'll tell you what, 2 special teams plays are the difference in this football game. The block punt was the big one.
And then the fumble off the punt.
Yep.
I mean,
those are the plays that have been the difference in this football game. Now Overmeyer will be back to punt for Triton. Good snap. He's just going to run to the left, and he's going to get chased down, and he stays in bounds, gets a few yards. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but not a whole lot more, and ball's going to turn over on downs to Bremen with under a minute. So unless you got a couple of big plays here,
and you could strike. I mean, this doesn't put the game out of reach. The onside kick, the way...
You need 2 miracle plays, but it could be done. 1st and 10. Bremen. Rodriguez will stay out there at quarterback. Wildauer's out there, too.
Yeah, he's out there.
Well, you talk about a guy who has really given his team everything he's got.
Yeah.
Wildauer has taken some unbelievable shots throwing the football, and he has just stood in there and thrown it.
That's going to be a legal substitution,
and
I think.
We've got too many men on the field, it looks like. Or no.
Is he picking it up?
Yeah, he's picking it up. They threw a flag so they could count everybody? Is that what it was? Evidently.
Well.
So 59 seconds. That'll give Bremen another 25 on the play clock, but the clock is stopped. Now Wildauer back to throw. Rolls to the right, chased out of the pocket. He has a man open.
Get out of bounds.
And he did not get out of bounds. So the clock will continue to run with 49 seconds. Cole Mason out there, but a great tackle.
Mason.
By, I think that was Callahan out there, kept him in bounds. So
they either got to go to the end zone or out of bounds, Rusty.
Bremen, 36 seconds. Snap, Wildauer back to throw over the middle. Ball knocked in the air. It's going to be intercepted. Defender got his hand in there, knocked it straight in the air, and coming down with it is Colton Reynolds with the interception, and that'll do it. Triton gets the football back on the turnover. And the only thing left is to run the clock out. And you got a contingent of state troopers here who just gave Andy Barkley a Gatorade bath. Barkley, a state trooper. That's the day job. Nice low-stress day job to go with your low-stress coaching job.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it. Did they give him a Gatorade?
Yes, they did.
Nice.
Yeah, the troopers over here are the ones that got it done.
Okay.
And that's going to do it as the clock starts, 14 seconds, and Triton will get their first win of the year at the hands of Bremen. Bremen will go to 0-2. And that is your final here from Triton. The Trojans 14, Bremen nothing. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our postgame show. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. Our final, Triton 14 and Bremen nothing.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Time now for the postgame, brought to you by McDonald's.
We are back, our post-game show. The things we see. 14-0 the final here. Andy Barker gets his first win as a head football coach, and he'll be talking to his team here in a minute, I hope. They will be celebrating their first win under their new head coach. And, you know, it goes down to 2 plays, 2 special teams plays.
Yeah, 0-0 at halftime, evenly played game. 2 big special team plays in the second half, and one of them to break the game open.
I got to say, the thing that you take away from this, if you like old-fashioned, old-time football, watching 2 really outstanding defenses go at each other, and Triton found enough in the special teams to make it work.
They did, and how big was that missed field goal in the second quarter by Bremen? That could have been a whole different changer if they could have got that field goal.
And once again, that just barely missed. Came off, it went off to the right side. You know, it was one of those line drives where if it hit the upright, it probably would have knocked it down. But it just missed on the outside. But, you know, Triton got a lot of good breaks tonight, and they come away with the W.
And we got them next week. Is that what you said? At Culver, so week. That's going to be another good game. They're taking a team picture right there. I think that's the first win for Coach Barker.
That is his first win as a head football coach. He's been an assistant at Marion and Plymouth and at Triton, and now the head coach at Triton, and that is his first win. So
you know, that's a big moment in all those young men and coaches' careers right there. That's they're going to have fun. They're going to enjoy tonight.
They will enjoy tonight, but it goes back to work tomorrow as they will go to Culver next week, and we will be there for that game for you as Culver will take on Triton in football action at Culver next week. You know, I just keep going back. You know, Jack Wildauer, another great didn't work out the way you would want to for him, but what a warrior. I mean, taking hit after hit, just stood in there, kept coming back, and, you know, just a lot of grit on the Bremen side.
And it's a disappointing loss for Bremen, you know, second week in a row, but they can take a lot from this game. They played hard. They never gave up. Their defense was stout. They made some really nice plays on offense, just a few penalties and a few timely, you know, missed blocks or whatever, but they got stuff to build on. They got a freshman that we was really impressed with.
Yeah.
And they got some stuff.
Well, and I think, you know, the thing that you take away is if you can find anything on offense, your defense is going to give you a chance to win games.
They are, and you know, your strength is your offense and defensive line. I think we saw that tonight, and I'd build off of that. They had some nice power runs. But give credit to Triton's defense, too. I mean, they stopped them on a lot of fourth down plays to really turn this game.
Let's go over a couple more scores in a minute. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our play of the game. I think we've got that figured out. But North Judson in the lead in the third quarter. They are out in front of LaVille, 21-14. Obviously here, 14-0. The Trojans take their first win of the year. Tippecanoe Valley 7-0 over Rochester. Wawasee and West Noble 35-13. West Noble lead in the fourth. Fairfield and Glen. Fairfield holding on to a 38-20 lead in the fourth quarter. That sounds like another offensive shot. And that was two offenses that go at it totally different ways. Fairfield just wants to line up and play smash mouth. Glen wants to get out and run a little bit with you. So 38-20 the score there. Goshen win over South Bend, Washington 31-19. I knew this had to happen.
It's not over yet, though.
10-28 and Mishawaka 22. That's in the fourth quarter, so that's an interesting one to look at. Culver Academies, no score from them yet. They are playing Mishawaka Marion, and no score from Culver Community. They're playing West Central tonight, and Concord over Jimtown 41-13. That one in the fourth quarter. And Knox out in front of Pioneer by a 22-7 score in the third quarter. Northwood and New Prairie in the first quarter, 14-0 Northwood there. And Warsaw, we still have just a first quarter score there, 7-0 Warren Central. I'm sure they're further along than that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have our play of the game, so stay tuned.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Here's a play of the game brought to you by Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Back at Triton, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee, our final here tonight. Triton with a 14-0 win over Bremen. And got to say, our play of the game, I think we're both in
we are. I don't want to say it's an easy play, but we both agreed on this right away. So, Rusty, you
want me to tell them?
I do.
We're going to go with Isaac Quintana with that block punt that really kind of blew this game open. And once again, it was 2 special teams plays that were the difference in this one. But that was the one where, it looked like, maybe that momentum was just going to stay on the Triton side.
Yep, and he scooped it up for a score, and that made it a 2-score game. At the time, Triton was only up 6-0, and that was
huge.
Play of the game.
Isaac Quintana's block, punt, scoop, and score is our play of the game. Stay tuned. We'll be back with our player of the game. We're both in agreement on this, too.
Absolutely easy.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one. You're right. We'll be right back.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Bourbon Street Pizza presents the player of the game.
And we're back at Triton. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee with our player of the game. I think this is a pretty easy one, too. And, I'll let you...
well, no. This is... You absolutely can say this, but we agree. And there's several Triton players who had good games.
Yep. But
offense and defense, I think we got to go with the quarterback, Riffle.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Gage Riffle is our player of the game.
I think he even had an interception too. So he, playing both sides of the ball, made big plays when he needed to, and he just kind of ran the offense. He was.
And you made a nice point too during the first score there. You said he's going to call his own number.
Yeah,
he's feeling it, and he's not going to get it in anybody else's hands. He feels like he
wanted the ball in the big play. You could tell, and that's what good players do.
Well, and that's the thing. Every great player, that's what they want. They want the ball in their hands when the game's on the line. And Gage Riffle did that tonight, and he got that first score on the quarterback run to the edge there. So Gage Riffle is our Bourbon Street Pizza player of the game here tonight. So, boy, I tell you, what a great game number 2 for us.
It was. This was one of those games you didn't know how it was going to end till the very end there. It was exciting. And next week, I think we're going to have the same type of game. I think Culver and Triton will probably match up really well and, see if Triton can build on this momentum. We haven't got a score on Culver yet, but, I know they got a lot of talent down there too, and it's going to be at Culver. So, again, we get to go to a different school, and,
Culver with a lot of young talent. They've got a freshman and sophomore class down there. I know Austin Faust is really high on. They've been playing together for a long time. They've had success at the younger levels with the younger kids. And so a little bit younger team this year, or for them this year than Triton. But, a lot of talent, a lot of speed, and they're really happy with their guys. And they have the McCune brothers, and I can't remember which Jonas, the quarterback, has been, one of the better ones in the area for a long time. So
it's going to be a fun game.
I'm looking forward to that game. Coming up next Friday, it'll be Triton and Culver right here on the Max 98.3 Game of the Week. Well, thank you for joining me again.
I enjoyed it. Jeez.
It was a nice game. Our final score again here. Oh, quick, programming note, we're going to get with all the area coaches for the Coaches Show tomorrow. We'll be talking with each of them. Ashley Koss, the volleyball coach at Plymouth, will have a discussion with us. They have Powerball here tomorrow at Plymouth, one of the big tournaments of the year. Some of the best teams in the northern part of the state, some of the best teams in the state come in there. So it's an early measuring stick for everybody who gets involved with that. It's always a big deal on the first Saturday of September, Powerball for volleyball. So we'll talk to Ashley about that. We'll have a discussion with Sarah Salop, who was our first Tony the Boss Ross Player of the Week.
Nice.
She
nice.
had a 1,000 career milestone a week ago, 1,000 digs for the volleyball team. And so she will be on with us for a few minutes, and we'll also talk to Bremen Athletic Director Justin Grubbs about some other stuff going on around Bremen. They have really had a hot start over there. For volleyball's unbeaten. The girls soccer team is not allowed a goal yet this year. They're I think 6-0. So they've had a lot of teams off the start here in the fall. Really hot at Bremen. So we'll talk to him about them. And that's all coming up tomorrow morning starting at 7. As we alluded to earlier, we'll be at Culver next week. Our 6:30 pregame will start it off. 7 o'clock kickoff at Culver. Culver and Triton will be our game of the week next week here on Max.
Looking forward to it.
For Joe McKee, I'm Rusty Nixon. Thank you for listening. Have yourselves a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.